sideline. 10.
One guy that's got an angle on him, and he cuts back.
That's on him. He's inside the 10.
And there he goes.
And that's a touchdown.
20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Mason.
I think it's real.
We're ready.
Real tender here, so.
I'd like to welcome everyone to high school football. We're into the 8th week of the high school football season. It's Walt Schunk on the mic with my sidekick, Jeff Biddle. They're bringing you the play-by-play this evening. I'd like to welcome everybody. This evening, the weather's just perfect for football. It's in the upper 40s. And, well, for right now, I'm going to turn things over to Jeff Biddle. He's going to tell you all about Mount Healthy, and I'll be back, and I'll give you a quick relay of the Harrison Wildcats in our football game for this evening. Jeff?
Okay, Walt, I'm going to give you a quick recap here just before we start with the national anthem here. Mount Healthy's Owls come in here with a record of 8-0. No defeats. Coach Harvey Crouch always has a strong team. They lost a superstar last year from David Montgomery, but they've roared back 8-0, getting the job done. They say the road to the Southwest Ohio Conference Championship leads through Mount Healthy. It's no different this year, but it's a big game tonight for the Harrison Wildcats. No doubt about that. If they can knock off these Mount Healthy Owls, they look to be in very good position for the playoffs and perhaps still an outside shot at a share of the Southwest Ohio Conference title. So at this point, Walt, I'm going to turn it over to you, but it looks like we're going to have our national anthem.
Yeah, we're all going to stand right now, ladies and gentlemen. It's about time for our national anthem.
Which will be played tonight by the junior and senior band members.
By the way, that national anthem was played by juniors and seniors from the Harrison Wildcats here. And we're at Harrison, Ohio. It's the Bill Kuntz Stadium. Not a lot to tell you. If anybody could upset Mount Healthy this year, it could be the Wildcats. They have 3 or 4 major injuries. Their major running back is down. 2 of their wide receivers are down. 1 of their linemen are down. But they said, hey, we'll put somebody else in the spot and we'll see what we can do. That's the Wildcats. Mount Healthy 8-0, as Jeff just told you. Oh, they got a good ball team this year. They're going to state. An upset here by the Wildcats could put them in an excellent position, and they'd have a shot at going to state. But am I correct on that, Jeff?
Well, I'll tell you what, Mount Healthy, their last 2 games are real knee knockers here. They got Harrison here on the Harrison's field, and then next week they'll travel up to Edgewood, which they might be looking ahead to that game a little bit, but the Edgewood team, we know they came in here to Harrison and pretty much took it to Harrison here a few weeks back. So Mount Healthy's got 2 really tough closing games here in the regular season. If they can win at least one of those, they should be in pretty good shape for the Division III playoffs this year. But once again, Mount Healthy's, like I say, they're always tough, always a tough foe. Coach Harvey Crouch has them ready to roll, and they've been rolling so far this year. Real tough defense. Well, they've only given up something like 66 points on the season. So they still score a lot, but their defense is really tough. That's what Harrison's going to have to conquer.
Toss of the coin, and Mount Healthy is elected to kick, I understand. So Harrison's going to receive. Mount Healthy, I was told, won the toss. Jeff, the question I got for you is if Harrison, I've been told, Harrison wins this game and goes on to win next week at Northwest, they got a good shot at going to state. Is that correct? Or
Well,
am I
I'll tell you what, Harrison really popped up last week. They were sitting 11th in the Division II playoff situation. We went over Franklin County out of Indiana last week. They boomed all the way up to 7th position. Put it this way, the best situation, the most best situation for them making the playoffs is to win out this week against Mount Healthy as well as next week over at Northwest. But I'll tell you what, if they would be able to pick up the points tonight with a win over Mount Healthy, I think Harrison would be in a pretty good shot because the teams that are around them in the playoff picture either aren't going to be picking up a lot of points or they're just in a position they may lose some games too. So a win tonight for Harrison could put Harrison in a very good position leading into next week's game.
Yeah, of course, the point system, I never did understand it. My sidekick here, Jeff, got a little better understanding than I do. We're about ready for kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. Mount Healthy kicking to the Wildcats. A low kick on the ground on the 30-yard line. Picks it up, moves up to the 36, and that's where they're going to drop him. Boy, that was a scribbler. I think it was meant to be that way. I'm really shocked about it.
Yeah, Logan Weber picked that one up. I think they're just squibbing. They didn't want any part of Gerald Smith, the dangerous return man for
and
Harrison.
He is a dangerous return man too.
Yeah. Walt Harrison. They lost the running back Bonfield here a few weeks back to injury, but a young kid named Ben Scott has just come in here over the last couple of weeks and just tore things up for the Wildcats. Really gave a new dimension to the offense.
Well, right now we're got 1st and 10 for the Wildcats on the 35-yard line. That's where they spotted the ball. And it's going to be 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. First play of the game is going to be a pass, complete to the 41-yard line. Nice play. The Wildcats, kind of a little unexpected, I think, by Mount Healthy. Going to pick up 6 yards in a play where it's going to be 2nd and 4 for the Wildcats.
Well, Mount Healthy ought to be expecting the pass. Harrison's quarterback, Frankie Young, he's leading the Southwest Ohio Conference in passing, something like 1,200 more yards than anybody else in the conference. He's just had a phenomenal year. So, if you play Harrison, you got to defend the pass.
Looking on the sidelines over, he was talking about a kid, I believe the name is Scott, who's taken over for Bonfield. And they expect him to run a lot. And I'll tell you what, first run of the ball game is going to be good for 5 yards and a first down. He's going to make it all the way up to the 46-yard line, where it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. So the Harrison Wildcats, I don't know what their plan is, but
take a look at this
so
replay real quick, Walt.
Yeah, okay.
Hand off to Scott, just goes off to the left side.
He's got a nice opening there, too.
Nice room. Good stop, though, by the Mount Healthy defender.
It's the same play, only they're going to use 3 wide receivers off to the right, 1 to the left. Scott in the backfield. He's going to be back in the shotgun for Young. Another handoff up the middle. Got a little bit of room to run. He's going to take it all the way down.
Right now,
He's going to run it all the way. He's going to take it all the way in Mount Healthy territory. All the way down to the 47-yard line, Jeff, where it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. They've been able to move the ball so far, 2 runs and a pass.
No question for that. Well, Ben Scott, just in a few weeks of being filling in here, he's already picked up 382 yards in the season. It's just over really the last 2-3 games.
Oh, he had one game up at Talawanda that I wasn't able to make that game, but I had heard about it. It was unbelievable. Here's a pass play, and it was a good pass. Just couldn't come down with it.
Just a little bit tall for Bailey Smith. So.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's a catchable ball. Smith just couldn't pull it down. And he was in first down territory, too, where it's going to be 3rd and 4, excuse me. This is the first 3rd down that the Wildcats have come up with.
Yeah, we see that throw just a little bit tall. I was right, Walt. You were wrong, of course, but that's all right.
That's what you keep telling me anyway. They watched it on TV, Jeff. This isn't radio, it's TV. Okay, here we're going to go 3rd and 4th for the Wildcats. We got 3 wide receivers and 1 wide open there. A nice pass and a nice reception. Good enough for a first down, all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Picked up Mitchell Crawford.
Crawford's he likes Crawford a lot.
Well, but his Young's big receiver earlier in the year, of course, Gerald Smith's always a threat, but Nick Vanderpool was really having some big games, and then Vanderpool was injured out for the season, and Crawford, senior leadership here, he's just jumped right in and filled the void.
If you keep an eye on Smith, you're going to find out they'll double team him more than not, which keeps people open. And It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats, right on the 40. I'd say the 39 yard. We'll call it the 39-yard line.
I'll go with that.
Thank you. 1st and 10. They've still got 4 wide receivers. Same offense. Got I don't know if it's timeout or. Delay a game. 5-yard penalty. That's the first penalty of the ball game, Jeff. Oh, my dad used to hate that. He was watching a football game, delay a game. He says, there's no call for that. That's a tough call against the Wildcats.
Well, first and 15, though, Walt, so you got plenty of time to get a little bit back at a time, the way they've been moving so far.
Well, that is correct. But still, it's 1st and 15, not 1st and 10, Jeff. Okay, it's going to be the same move. They got 4 wide receivers. It's going to be a pass play all the way.
Yeah,
got a
looking
man
for
wide
Crawford.
Open. Crawford's got it.
Swings away, knocks away,
all
knocked.
the way down to the 5-yard line. What a play!
Knocked out of bounds by Justice Waller. That saved the touchdown right there for.
That pass was right on the money, Jeff. He's down to I believe the 10-yard line instead of the 5, Jeff.
Yeah, Harrison's already at the line, ready to commence
again.
They're
not messing around. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at the 10-yard line.
Crawford.
Well, so far the Wildcats' plan's been pretty good. Defense hasn't been able to stop it. A handoff to number 22.
Smith cutting over, cutting back, gets down to about the 5, Walt.
Close down there to the 5-yard line. They're going to place him on the 6-yard line instead of the 5, Jeff, where it's going to be 2nd and 6 for the Wildcats. Are they in 4-down territory here? You think they'll go for a field goal if they can't get it in?
I'll put it this way. Against the Mount Healthy team, with their defense, you get them any way you can. Right there, knocked down.
Wow, that was a close play.
Pass by number 12, Frankie Young, was incomplete. Intended for number 22, Gerald Smith.
Was intended for Smith. It looked like they grabbed him right as the ball hit. That was one of them bang plays.
Well, now you got a 3rd and 6, Walt.
Yeah.
As I say, Mount Healthy's been pretty stingy giving up points on defense. I would think you're down here this low, don't risk it.
Well, they're only going to go with 2 wide receivers. Nobody in the backfield. Smith cuts
wide open. Wide open.
Boy, nobody near him. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Jace Fetty, you talk about being all by himself. Mount Healthy defense went to sleep on that one. I think they were expecting something out of Gerald Smith. And Jace Fetty we're going to take a look at this one, Walt.
This young Fetty's come in and he's replaced, I believe he replaced Back, if I'm not mistaken, in the lineup. And he's only a sophomore kid. So we had talked earlier about this before the game started, about them having 4 big injuries, and this is one of the young kids that came in for replacement. And I don't know how he got open like he did.
Well, looks like we got a little flag here on the conversion.
Yeah.
Looks like it must be on Harrison for the signal of a Mount Healthy player.
Illegal procedure.
Somebody moved. Going to make it a little harder kick.
We're going to move it back 5 yards.
Well, I'll tell you, that's a big play for Harrison, because if you get up on top of this Mount Healthy team, now they still score. They may not be quite as potent as they were with David Montgomery last year, but they have an offense, no doubt about that.
Well, it puts them back 5 yards. By the way, the kick was good. The illegal procedure against the Wildcats was called.
It's Kyle Farfusing's going to line it up again for Harrison. High snap.
Get a second shot at it. Looks to me like it's good. We'll see what they say. It is good, ladies and gentlemen. Right through the uprights. It's going to be the Wildcats 7, and Mount Healthy's about to get the ball for the first time. Well, what do you think of the drive, Jeff, to start the ball game off?
I'll tell you what, when you put a drive like that together against a exceptional defense like Mount Healthy showed this season, that's got to put a lot of confidence in the Harrison Wildcats camp right there. Now the question is, how will Mount Healthy respond?
Wildcats are well coached over here, and it kind of shows there. They were ready. This was the game plan from the beginning, and I guess they're like pass the ball. But the couple runs they had were good for yardage too, so mixing the plays up a little bit worked pretty good. Now we'll see what Mount Healthy can do.
Well, you figure Harrison, they've got a little more to gain from this game perhaps than Mount Healthy. Mount Healthy 8-0, but Harrison needs this game more than Mount Healthy does necessarily. So
I forget who said this on radio this week, but they said that Mount Healthy's picked by 14 points, Jeff. So kind of tells you a little bit about the Wildcats. Right now they got a 7-point lead, but they're the underdogs in this ball game. Well, right now Harrison's going to punt. Boy, he's kicking the ball. It's going into the end zone, bringing it out to the 20-yard line, and we'll see what Mount Healthy can do.
I think there's a little bit of adrenaline flowing right there in Kyle Farston's legs right now.
You got that right. You know, that's the right way to do it. You know why? You don't get no run backs.
Well, this is going to be a battle of the Crawford boys here tonight. Walt, you got Mitchell Crawford for Harrison, and Mount Healthy's quarterback Michael Crawford. He's kind of a do-it-all, similar to what David Montgomery did for him last year. So let's see what Michael Crawford's going to be doing. He can do it with his feet. He can do it with his arms.
Yeah, I was going to say, somebody was telling me before the game this evening, he's the one you want to watch because he can run the ball too. First play of the game is going to be a run play, and they got a little room to take it. Looks like they're going to be good enough in there for a first down. Spots where they spot the ball.
Well, that's one thing. In years past, a lot of the Harrison Mount Healthy games have been a lot of basically up and back, swapping scores, things of that nature.
They're going to put it on the 29-yard line, which is going to be 2nd and 1 for the Mount Healthy Owls.
Yeah, that was Robert Corbin taking that.
He was pretty well open there. He was pretty well open there, too. I kind of call that a sideline pass.
The Harrison defense has struggled at times during this season, so they're hopefully defensive coordinator Rehaj is for Harrison has got a good game plan lined up and they'll try to slow them down.
Yeah, I've heard they'll look good at times, good enough for a first down. Going to rush up to the 32-yard line where it's going to be 1st and 10. Wildcats figured it would be a running play, and they were right about that, but they were strong enough to get it. Looks like it's a quick offense for the Owls.
Yeah,
Mount Healthy don't mess around.
This game may go quick. Not going to be a lot of delays in the game here.
We got 8 minutes and 25 seconds here remaining in the first quarter. Wildcats scored quick. And now Mount Healthy has the ball if you just joined us.
That might be a delay on Mount Healthy.
I'll be honest with you, I don't know what happened.
Might have been encroachment. Mount Healthy players seem to be. Well, now the Mount Healthy players looking at me.
Mount Healthy's really upset.
Penalty was offsides against Harrison.
It is offsides against Harrison. Yeah, Mount Healthy, when they thought it was against them, they didn't get it.
And you don't want to give a team the caliber of Mount Healthy a 1st and 5 situation. Opens up a lot of things. 2
penalties so far, both one against Harrison. It's going to be 1st and 5 for Mount Healthy, 36-yard line. And the Wildcats just give them 5 yards of that before they even got the ball. Back in the shotguns, Crawford. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. It's real close to a first down. We'll see it all depends on where they're going to spot it.
I believe they're going to move the sticks.
Yeah. They sure are, Jeff. You called that one right away.
Yeah, Lee Young from Mount Healthy. No problem picking up that first down.
Right.
Just a handoff, picking his way through.
Young ran that ball for Mount Healthy, you say?
Lee Young.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for Mount Healthy on the 42-yard line. 43, excuse me. It's going to be a pass play. It's got a little bit of room to run over there in the sidelines. It's going to be almost a first down for him as they left him open over there.
Darrell Williams, once again, Harrison player actually came. If you see this, kind of came up. I'm just hesitated a minute, and I think that allowed Williams to get ahead of steam.
Well, that's good for 9 yards, Jeff, but it's not going to be a first down. It's going to be 2nd and 1 for the Mount Healthy. They got 4 wide receivers out, 1 in the backfield. It's kind of funny, but the plays are being called on the sideline. Harrison's got the same situation. They'll all look over, find out the call, and then they'll go from there. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, good enough for a first down. Should spot the ball, I'd say, on the 45-yard line, Jeff, where it's going to be 1st and 10.
It's going to be Lee Young once more.
Number 14, Lee Young on the carry.
Drew Banks in on the stop for Harrison, as well as Matt Harper.
And number 51, Matthew Harper. First down, Mount Healthy.
So Mount Healthy's not quite as flashy as Harrison's opening drive, but it's been a very slow, steady, productive
about the
one.
same thing.
Pitch right.
Pass on the side. Nobody on the sideline. He's going to get
Harrison
some
player
yardage.
misses the tackle right there.
Yep. Going to be all the way down to the 20. I'm guessing somewhere around the 29-yard line, we're going to guess.
Mike Browning for Harrison makes it. If he doesn't make that stop on Robert Corbin,
Here's
Corbin's
the replay of it, Jeff.
Off to the end zone. Just kind of got him by the ankles there.
Well, what's happening is they're passing on the sidelines, and Harrison isn't covering them over there and giving them some room to work.
Actually, on that play, Harrison player had it covered, but didn't make the tackle.
We're on the 29-yard line where it's going to be 1st and 10 for Mount Healthy as they're walking the ball down the field, same as the Wildcats.
Ball's on the ground.
Play. Looks to me like it's recovered by Mount Healthy.
That's been a problem for Mount Healthy off and on over time. Putting the ball on the ground, Harrison's going to have to try to recover some of those. You'll see it happen right here.
See a replay here.
Little fumble there by Crawford, and just
Harrison had the ball for a second.
Luckily, the big lineman for Mount Healthy, Justin Clark, ball went right under him, and he did the smart thing. Don't try to be fancy, just cover it up.
You got it. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for Mount Healthy. They look for their call. Pass play on the side over there. Harrison was ready for it this time. They got him down. I think he picked about 1 yard up, Jeff, and that's about it.
Drew Banks was over there for Harrison, as well as Bailey Smith. And that was Tyree Roberson for Mount Healthy.
Yeah,
but you know, when they put the ball on the ground, it kind of changes the whole perspective of things. All of a sudden, you got 2nd and 10, 3rd and 9.
So what we got right now, 3rd and 9 for Mount Healthy. It's on the 28-yard line. Looking for the call. They haven't even turned in the call. Crawford with a pass on the side. Incomplete.
They're going to call that. They're going to call that an incomplete pass. That was
close.
That was mighty close to being a backward pass. But once again, the bobble of that ball on 1st down changed the whole schematics of the drive here, shall we say.
4th and 9, they're going to go for it.
Yeah,
they're in no man's land.
And they can pick it up.
Kicking, you don't get anything. It's too far for a field goal. I always call this no man's land in high school football. And you got to almost go for it. They're calling for the sign right now. I think it's going to be a pass. They got 2 wide receivers on both sides. Find out who's open, and then they'll go from there. I'm going to suggest probably on the left-hand side. Although they're having 3 wide receivers to the right.
And looking out left. Looking long, looking deep. And the player get there. He's going to get there. Nope.
Touchdown, Mount Healthy.
How about that?
Touchdown, Mount Healthy.
Well, that's where I thought the play was going to begin with, Jeff.
Darrell Williams just got a step on the Harrison defender. And that's all it took.
Boy, he laid it in there perfect, too.
Beautiful.
Just like the Wildcats did, Mount Healthy did the same thing.
Beautiful pass. Let's take another look at that one, Walt. He just got a step on Mike Browning and Harrison. That's all they need.
Well, Browning went down, so he was wide open to receive it. All the ball had to be was close. Here's the extra point. Looks good to me. We'll see what they say. It is good. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a tie score with 5 minutes and 48 seconds remaining here in the 1st quarter. Harrison just walked the ball down and scored, and Mount Healthy did the same thing.
Well, things are evened up, so now let's see what happens.
Right back where we started, Jeff.
Harrison's going to have to keep up the pressure on the Mount Healthy offense. I say Harrison's defense may have a time handling this. It's going to be it's kind of like a tennis game. You don't want to have your serve broken. So Harrison's going to need to respond on this possession, take it down, and see what goes.
Well, I think it's real simple, Jeff. You got an 8-0 record. You got to have a decent offense. You're not 8-0. They played some good teams this year, Mount Healthy.
But Mount Healthy's key this year has been their defense. They've just stopped everybody they've played. I think the most they gave up in a game, maybe 14 points. So they've.
Well, we're going to find out what happens now. Be interesting to see.
They've shut things down. It'll be interesting to see if they do that short squibby kick again from Jackson Bauman.
Yeah. I don't like that short scrubby kick. Last time we gave Harrison the edge. Well, this time they're not going to do it. They put her back on the 15-yard line, back to the 20, up to the 25-yard line.
Going to Mitchell Crawford. He's going to dance and
Crawford's
prance.
going to take it all the way back to the 34-yard line. Not a bad return for the Wildcats. Well,
Yeah, if you're not going to have Gerald Smith back there receiving that ball, Mitchell Crawford isn't a bad second option.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more on that. But their first kick was Scribbler. They're going to spot it on the 35-yard line, where it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Wildcats are going to throw out 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 wide receivers to the right. Looks like Scott in the backfield, back in the shotgun for 1st and 10.
One thing with the Harrison offense earlier in the year, the running game was not that effective at times. So defenses could kind of key on that passing attack. Scott's given that a little extra dimension. Like right there, he's going to be hard put to get anything out of that.
Yeah. He's going to be for a that's going to be for a sack. 5-yard loss on that one.
Lonnie Phelps for the Owls slung him down like a sack of potatoes right there, Walt.
Well, you got that part right. They changed that play at the line, and I'm not sure it was the right thing to do. Mount Healthy was ready for it. It's going to be 2nd and 15 for the Wildcats. Now they're going to look on the sideline, see what the call is going to be. Are they going to change it again? They want to look at the defense and then decide what they want to do with it. Anyway, it's going to be a pass play. That was a catchable ball again, Jeff. Intended for Smith, and that's kind of surprising Smith didn't pull that in.
I'll tell you, Young throws a pretty hard, pretty fast ball.
You're
going to see. I mean, he slung that in there. It was just maybe a slightly behind Smith, and Smith couldn't react and get his body back to it.
Give Smith a little credit. He's not only one of the Harrison's best receivers, he's one of the better receivers in the league. Got a little time. There's Smith again. He got this one.
That time he got it.
He's going to get a 1st down out of it on the 46-yard line, where it was going to be 3rd and 15. And right to Smith. Nice play by Smith. Put the Wildcats up on the 46, and they're ready to go again. That was the longest 3rd down they had so far in the ball game, and
that was a big conversion right there for Wildcats. Brian Cook and Mount Healthy knocked him out of bounds, but couldn't prevent the 1st down.
Well, they're looking. It's kind of funny. Mount Healthy and Harrison both do the same thing on their offense, and I kind of interesting.
Blitz coming up.
Yeah, there's a blitz there right now.
Yeah,
the pass.
One of the Mount Healthy defenders got a hand on it, it looked like.
Yeah. It was intended for 15, Jeff, but it was nowhere. He didn't have a chance.
Couldn't quite tell who did get the hand on that.
No, I couldn't tell either. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats on the 46-yard line. I haven't seen a running play in the last 5 plays, Jeff. Except when the sack hit, they've had 4 straight passes.
2nd and 10, it isn't going to happen this time either.
You got that right.
Reception right there.
Yep. They're trying to break the ball loose. He's going to go all the way down to the 37-yard line. Was that to Smith? Could you tell?
That looks like it was the Gerald Smith again. I couldn't tell.
I couldn't tell either. There's about 8.
There was such a flock of owls around that ball. I wasn't quite sure who did have it at the end of the day.
I was going to say, you're a little younger than I am, and you got better vision than me. But anyway, it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 36-yard line for the Wildcats. They got a flag here. Unless he was pulled off.
I don't think that's going to be the case.
It's going to be against.
But Mount Healthy's marching backwards a little bit.
Yeah,
so
that's the first penalty against the Owls. First penalty. It's interesting. We don't have the statistics on them during the year. You know a little more than I do about Mount Healthy, but I don't know how they've done it on penalties this year. Couldn't have been too bad if you're 8-0. It's going to be 2nd and 5 now. First and 5, excuse me. Another pass play. He's got
Gerald
Smith wide open. He's got a little bit of room. He's going to go all the way down to the 26-yard line. I don't know if that's good enough for a 1st down or not.
It's going to be a little bit shy, but
I think it is too.
Gives you a lot of
Yards
options.
short.
A lot of options right there now, Walt. 2nd and 1, 2, whatever the.
Yeah, I'm going to give it.
I'm
going to give it 2nd and 1. They spot it there on the
Harrison coach Kemp
28-yard line.
McCullough might try to do a little dipsy doodle type of stuff right here, right now.
Yeah, they got 3 wide receivers off to the right, 1 to the left.
And then they might give it to Scott. No, they're not.
It's going to be another pass play.
Young might just step up.
Well, he's got a keeper and he's going nowhere.
Yeah, best thing you do, he just held on to the ball. But
Yeah.
you're still 3rd and short, so you're still in a good.
He's going to have a sack on the play. It's going to be 3rd. Now it's going to be 3rd and 3. That was a loss on the play, Jeff.
Well, one thing about this position right here, if Harrison doesn't pick up the first down, Kyle Farsing for Harrison has a leg. I'd say if you got a chance to get points, they may go ahead and get a shot at it rather than forcing the issue on 4th down. Should they not make up the
Right
first.
now it's going to be 3rd and 3. They've got no wide receivers. He's not going anywhere. I don't quite understand what that call was. He stood there and waited. Pocket collapsed on him, and he went down, and a loss of a yard on the play. Now it's going to be 4th and 5. They're going to try. They can't kick it from there, Jeff.
That'd be a 47-yarder
No,
at this point.
they're not capable of doing it. They're going to have to go for it.
Actually, once again,
4th and 5.
it's your old no man's land, Waltz.
Yeah, it's no man's land. They got to go for it.
It worked for Mount Healthy. Let's see what happens for Harrison.
They had 4th and 10. Wildcats got 4th and 5. Got a man
Oh,
open.
nice snag by Smith.
Yeah. Well, that was a nice play for the Wildcats.
Trusty senior, number 22, Gerald Smith. Look at Harrison Wildcat.
It's going to be
Tell you
first
what,
down for the Wildcats all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Gerald Smith's playing like a little man possessed right now. He's he's been
And he's-
snagging some balls.
And he's been double teamed,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
It isn't that he isn't double teamed. He's double teamed out there. Mount Healthy knows what's going on.
And Mount Healthy player looked like Lonnie Phelps, and I think he knows he might be guilty of an infraction because
He's upset with himself.
he
It's going to
moved
be a
and
5-yard penalty.
moved and just says,
All the way down to
Offsides against Mount Healthy. Okay, 5-yard penalty will be 1st and 5 for Harrison.
it's going to be all the way down to the 11-yard line.
as Roy Williams, the basketball coach of North Carolina, says, the young
Yes.
man surely said, "Dadgummit."
I think that's the exact words he used, too. Okay, it's going to be 1st and 5 for the Wildcats.
They're showing
We're
us.
looking at a pass play, I think. Well,
Okay, Scott's
I
getting
called
through.
that
Scott's
one
in the
wrong.
end zone.
And touchdown, Wildcats. Well, not only did they fool me, they fooled Mount Healthy.
Well, I'll tell
As
you.
they handed it off to Scott, he just walked it in the end zone.
Well-
Touchdown, Wildcats.
Well, Mount Healthy looked like they were showing a little bit of signs of a blitz right there, and basically they overcommitted. Scott got ahead of it. Into the end zone he goes.
Well, this is the young man that replaced their running back, Bonfield, and you are right, he done a good job. He did a good job right there, too. He's got that first real fast kickoff that just splurges, you know,
High snap.
on any good running back has. Looks
Barbson
good to
connects.
me. The boys in the stripes say good. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be the Wildcats 14 and the Owls 7. Well, the Harrison got the ball. They walked it down the field. Mount Healthy got it. They walked it down. Harrison walked it down. What's going to happen next, Jeff?
Well, Mount Healthy, once again, I bring up that tennis comparison. They don't want to break serve. They're going to have to go right ahead and bring it right down the field on Harrison right now. This looks like what Dizzy Dean used to call a slugger's fest going on right here. I know there's only a couple teams left playing baseball right now, but this is up and down the field. Might be looking at one of these deals where the last team with the ball, last team that scores is going to win this thing. Somebody's defense is going to have to make a stop.
Well, this is interesting. You say the most offense ever scored against Mount Healthy has been 14. Is that your
Harrison's
correct?
over.
I was not aware of that. They've already reached that goal. They've tied the most points ever scored against Mount Healthy so far. So they've seen something in the clips that they liked against Mount Healthy because it's working for them. Well, we're going to find out. I'll say they're going to. Last time they kicked it out of the end zone, they'll probably do the same thing this time if it happens. They're not going to kick a squibbler, I don't think. Same play. And it's going to be.
Oh, it's going to die on the
man.
one. Now,
Now
Harrison's
we'll see
going to
what
have
happens.
to stop the player down deep. They got to stop him, and they do stop him.
Well, I'll tell you what, right on the 1 yard line. That's unbelievable. He was going to let it go in the end zone, bring it out to the 20.
Yeah,
I never seen a ball go dead like that.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know if that
on the 5 yard line. they're gonna
the
spot it.
natural turf down there might be a little bit wet, and boy, I tell you, it just stopped like slamming the brakes.
It sure did. You know what
That
could have
take-
happened? It might have hit. It might have hit one of those spots where it's just plain wet, just like you said.
It just stopped
There
and
it
died.
is. He had to pick it up.
Yeah.
So they didn't down
Yeah,
it.
at that point, Waller's he's in
You
no
know, I look
man's
at the
land.
replay on this, and I didn't think he got back to the 5-yard line, but that's where they're spotting the ball,
Well, I'll
where it's
tell
going to be 1st and 10 for the Mount Healthy Owls in their own territory. That's going to be a keeper by Crawford. He's not going to go
Nobody's got it.
anywhere.
Very close to the goal line. Well, I tell you, on a play like that, the only thing that's dangerous on a kickoff like that, everybody's timing's messed up because of the fact that ball just died, player picks it up. Sometimes those can lead to a big return. Harrison kick team, though, got down there and just covered it up like nobody's business.
That is correct. It's a sack. It's called a sack. It's a loss of a yard. It's going to be 2nd and 11 for Mount Healthy. And they're playing in some dangerous territory down there right now. They need a little room to breathe right now.
I'll tell you what, they got a big man, Darius Miller, number 77. You just saw him, shot him a minute ago. Big man on
Here
the line.
he
They
is.
need
He's
some
going up the
protection.
middle. He's not going anywhere. That didn't fool anybody, Jeff.
I'll tell you
I'm
what.
kind of surprised they went up the middle with that.
Harrison players were making the safety sign, but not quite there. But boy, they're pinned back about as far as you can be pinned back.
Well, right now, they're gonna say he got back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and 10 right now. It's a big play for Mount Healthy. Because this is going to, if Harrison stops them, it puts Harrison in great position, field position. So they know this. Mount Healthy's going to have to really move the ball right now. We got a timeout called. Mount Healthy.
That's the end of the quarter, Walt.
Oh, it is the end of the quarter. I thought it was timeout. I'll be honest with you, it wasn't the end of the quarter. I still think Mount Healthy would have called timeout. This is a big play right here.
Oh, no question. Howie Jenkins, longtime defensive coach at Harrison,
Yep.
has to be very happy with what's been going on in the last couple plays. Wildcats have to keep it up, though. One more play, at least on this series.
Well, you know, before the game starts, though, you sit there, you look at all the films, you do everything, and you get a plan for the game. And right now, Harrison's on defense and offense. They've done everything right so far. But we're just 1 quarter through this, Jeff.
Right.
We've got a long way to go.
Mount Healthy's an excellent team. They're not going to get too rattled. But let's say early on here, though, Harrison right now would appear like they want this game a little bit more than Mount Healthy, and it's only natural. Hey, it's senior night here at Harrison. Seniors, this is their last game on their home turf, most likely. All things considered, the Wildcats have got all the spirit, but I'm sure Coach Harvey Crouch at Mount Healthy, he's been around the block a few times. I'm sure he knows that. He knows to be prepared for this, and
this is a home game, and this is a home game for the Harrison Wildcats.
And I tell you, and you got to remember, Mount Healthy's got the potential there. They could break a 97-yarder like nobody's business. So Harrison defense has to be on their toes.
I think Harrison's aware of that too.
Yeah.
This is going to be a pass play. I would presume it is with 3rd and 10. We're going to start the 2nd quarter, and Mount Healthy got themselves a little problem. And it looks he's got a man
too long.
Oh, overthrew it. Wow, what a shot!
He had the guy open back there.
Yeah, he had a couple men open, but he was looking for one man, and he stayed with him, and he overthrew it. So it looks like they're going to kick it. There's no choice here now. We're up in the Wildcat booth up here, and I see the AD for the Harrison Wildcats, Mike Shearing.
Former AD, now the commissioner of the Southwest Ohio Conference.
That is correct. I was going to say, I think he was AD for like 20 years at the Harrison. It seems like I see him everywhere.
Yeah,
okay.
He was about to be bronzed before he retired. So. A short, swibbly kick.
Yeah,
Harrison players ought to stay away from that.
Yeah. Boy, that is a short kick. It's going out of bounds on the 34-yard line. Well, the Wildcats, and I stated this earlier, Jeff, that was so important that they get away from that end zone. It's going to put Harrison in good position, and it put him in good position.
Well, this is the point, Harrison. I always say you don't want to get too happy right now. Just keep doing what got you there.
Well, right now they're going to spot it on the 35-yard line. I thought it rolled out in the 34, but it's we had 2 officials right on top of it.
But when you're playing a team the caliber of Mount Healthy, you've got to take advantage of every opportunity.
Right now it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Looks like they might change the play right on the line. I'm going to predict they're going to use a pass play, but every time I predict something, it's the opposite. I think the Owls are expecting them to pass too. A handoff.
Ben
Boy,
Scott again.
That fooled everybody. He's not going anywhere.
He's not getting anywhere.
No, you're going to pick up a yard, and that's going to be it. I'm kind of surprised on that call.
Yeah, he was bulldogged down by Trayvon Wilburn right there. Wilburn wasn't going to let Scott get around in like he's done a couple times earlier in the game.
Yeah, well, he'd have got around him. He'd have got some yardage out of it. He just couldn't make it around him. It's going to be 2nd and 9 for the Wildcats. They're on the 34-yard line. They got 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to right. This is what got him here so far. He's got a little room to run.
He's got a little room to run. He sidesteps one guy. He's going to pick up the first down.
Boy, a nice run. Well, that was a nice play by Young, but he looked up. He's seen wide open territory. He says, hey, let's give it a try.
Frankie Young's showing a little mobility on this play here. Bigger kids. He's not exactly the.
And he's not that quick either, Jeff.
But he did enough to get the job done right there.
And that was using good common sense for a quarterback, and that's what they need. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats, 25-yard line. It's got three wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Got Scott in the backfield. It's a handoff to Scott.
Scott's picking through right there.
Well, I can't believe it. He's going to get 5 yards out of that.
I'll tell you what.
That's kind of a surprise. He went right up the middle with that.
Yeah.
What happened to him? He has that spurge when he first takes off, Jeff.
I'll tell you what. Trayvon Wilburn is a serious defensive player for Mount Healthy. He ran right into him, and Scott wasn't going anywhere else.
No, it's like running into a truck. Okay, it's going to be 2nd and 5 right now for the Wildcats. And Young went over and talked to his head coach to decide what he wanted to do, so he don't have to look over. He knows what he wants to do. I think he might be calling his own play on this one. Pass play over there to the
Mitchell
side.
Crawford?
He's not going anywhere. Boy, they had that one covered right away. Smith was over there too, but he was double teamed.
And Brian Cook looked wide open, looked like he might get a few yards out of him.
Yeah. Just got back to the line of scrimmage, and that was it. It's going to be 3rd and 5 for Harrison. Then they're going to have a tough call. Do they try a field goal from here, or do they go on 4th down? Just depends on where this ends up.
Yeah.
We'll find out. They use the same offense on every play. 3 wide receivers to the left.
Young rolling left.
He's looking for somebody
looking
open.
for somebody there.
He's got a man open.
Oh, wow. I'll tell you what.
Boy, that was a nice pass. Was that Smith?
That was Gerald Smith again.
And Gerald Smith. Wow.
Gerald Smith.
All the way down to the 6-yard line. Boy, that was a nice pass. And he was double teamed
nice
again.
Pass. And
Young just put it right in there, Jeff.
Yeah, and a big hit there, too, by Amir Irby for Mount Healthy.
Yeah.
Gerald Smith's playing a whale of a game so far tonight, Paul.
Yeah. But you got to give it right up the middle. He's got room. Is he
Flinging
taking it
Frankie.
in? Touchdown,
Young.
Wildcats. Boy, Young took it right up the middle. He had a hole, and he took it downtown.
Well, I'll tell you what, Frankie Young, normally known for getting it done through the air. But I'll tell you, Frankie Young's getting it done with his feet here tonight.
Yeah, well, you know, they got everybody covered, and that leaves sometimes that leaves the quarterback a little bit of room to play. It's going to be the Wildcats 20. They'll try for the extra point. We'll see what's going to happen.
Actually,
with 9:44 to halftime.
I got to admit, seeing that on replay, it looked like he might have been down and then leaned into the end zone, Walt. But you don't have replay at this level,
that's
so
my question.
It ain't going to happen.
That's my question.
Well, Kyle Farstein converts for the Wildcats, and you got 21-7. Yeah.
Well,
let's see this again, Walt.
Yeah.
I'll put it this way: maybe at another level, that
you know, on that replay, Jeff, that ICRC, that was a perfect. I mean, you can't see it any better than you see it there, Jeff.
That might have been a play under review, but
if it was under review, now watch it again.
Yeah, here
watch
we go.
it again.
Let's see what happens here one more time. Picking his way through.
That is
it's
good camera work.
Okay. Let's
good
see.
camera.
I'm looking for a knee down. Great work here by the replay.
Knees aren't down. Knees are not down. That's touchdown.
No. Knees are down right there.
Yeah, but the ball's over. Falls over.
He backed over. Well, nevertheless, there's no replay. It's not subject to review. It's a touchdown.
We're going to get
Harrison.
one more look at it, Jeff. Going to look at it from a different angle, he said.
There was the first angle I saw on replay, but
anyway, I'll tell you, we may agree to disagree on this one. I think on replay they can't.
Okay, we're going to look one more time.
This is a different call, different play. Okay.
Okay, let's see here. He's down. He's down. He's down right there. That ball is not across the end line.
Yeah.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's a moot point, as they say in law.
Yep.
And I'll tell you,
wow.
Harrison is playing some fired-up football right now.
Yeah. He had a little room to work on the left side of the field, and he decided to take it right up the middle, gets back to the 25-yard line.
Yeah. Justice Waller just didn't have anywhere to go.
No. Well, in that area he didn't, Jeff. He decided to go straight. He had a lot of room on the other field, but he elected not to go on the other side.
I'll tell you what, Harrison player lined him up, tied him up, end of story.
1st and 10 right now on the 25-yard line for the Owls. They find themselves trailing by 7, and I'm not sure
Mount Healthy needs to generate some offense on this series. End of story.
Yeah. Well, man, he ain't going anywhere. Well, somebody got a hold of him, and he was able to hold him till the whole crowd came over and brought him down.
Right now, the Harrison Wildcat defense.
That was a team. That was a team effort there.
They're swarming to the ball.
Yeah. It's going to be it looks like a sack on the play at 2 yards.
Yeah, look, I'm trying to see who got that first grab. That was Austin Campton.
Campton wouldn't let him go either.
Yeah.
It's going to be 2nd and 12 right now for Mount Healthy. Back in the shotgun is going to be Crawford. They're looking to the sideline, see if they want to change it. It's kind of neat. They don't call the play until they see the defense line up. They got 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left. I don't know. I would say it'd be a.
I'll tell you. Well, what?
Man.
That's a pick.
Intercepted. Down he goes, and he's going to keep the ball. Wildcats ball on the 26-yard line.
I tell you, Mike Browning got burned on that first touchdown of Mount Healthy. He made up for it right there. We've got an injured Mount Healthy player on the field. I don't know if it's.
Is that Crawford?
I'm not sure at this point. I can't quite see who
he threw that ball.
Well,
his feet were not touching. We get a replay.
I'm sure we'll see the replay. Threw that from a very awkward position.
Who intercepted that ball?
That was Mike Browning for Harrison.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see. Crawford slinging. Let's see who's after him right there.
They've got him right here. Number 44 is going to do it.
Oh, he got sandwiched, and he was up in the air when it happened. So
yeah.
No cheapness or anything like that. Just a good football hit, but one of them football plays that happened. So, but right now, Mount Healthy's got to be thinking, "Wow, we're in."
Got 8 minutes and 39 seconds remaining here in this first half.
They're in a pickle right now, Walt. I think that's the best way you can say it, and especially if Crawford's injured.
I don't know enough about Mount Healthy to tell you about their backup quarterback, Jeff.
Well, I mean, it's been Crawford all year. I say he was the one that filled the role that was playing it. But he's
going to be all right.
He's hobbling a bit, but it was a tough shot he took right there. I don't know. He's not putting some weight on that ankle right now.
Wow.
Well,
I hate to see that. I hate to see that for any team.
Kid's been a whale of a ball player this year.
This team's going to state, and they're going to need every help they can get. I mean, hopefully they can get him back in condition here. This don't look good.
Yeah, I tell you, I'm not quite sure where that injury might have happened. First, since he was hobbling.
But you are right. You are right about him being sandwiched.
I'm not so sure if it was on the sandwich or if when he was trying to plant there before he jumped, if he might have twisted a little bit there. So, but he's being helped all the way over to the bench on the sideline.
The fact is, it's on the 25-yard line. Wildcats intercepted. They got the ball.
Once again,
using the same offense. Three wide receivers to the right, 1 wide receiver to the left. Scott's going to be in the backfield. In the shotgun's Young. He's looking the situation over. I was going to say a pass. Boy, he got down.
That might be picked off.
It was. Well, no, he dropped it.
It didn't look that.
He dropped that ball. Boy, he had it too.
Trapped on the ground.
Boy, was that a break for the Wildcats.
Almost intercepted by Brian Cook right there.
Yeah, that would have been a big play for Mount Healthy.
Well, Harrison has to keep their wits about him right now. Young was just tackled, and actually it was probably.
It's kind of Harrison Wildcat fans are kind of in
awe
here.
Pretty good play there.
Across over there, and Mount Healthy don't believe what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay, it's going to be 2nd and 10 now for the Wildcats. Same offense.
That's
snap.
a mistake.
That's trouble.
Better to cover it up.
All the way back to the 44-yard line. Wow.
Well, when they give you the opportunity, you gotta take advantage every time they give you one. Right now, Harrison's that's the thing. Maybe they get a little bit too excited here.
It's going to be 3rd and
get away from what got them there so far.
I don't know, 3rd and about 27, I'm guessing.
That will be third and long for Harrison.
Yeah. I'll say 3rd and 27. The scoreboard agrees with me. We'll go from there. It's on the 43-yard line. Well, that was just a bad snap.
That's almost picked too.
Oh, man. And there's another one that should have been picked. He just blew it.
Yeah, Frankie Young was trying to make, probably, once again, young quarterback, maybe trying to do a little too much right there, make something happen when sometimes when you got 3rd and forever,
yeah,
just take what you can, and if you can't, punt.
Well, Harrison had a big chance that time. They had intercepted there. They were way on down there on the 25-yard line, and they just didn't make it work.
Actually, going to be
so Mount Healthy was able to come up with some big plays.
Well, now it's going to be interesting to see if Crawford's able to return from Mount Healthy, if he was just temporarily stoked up.
Another bad snap.
Well, nice punt by Crawford after that was all said and done.
It's going to come out to the 20-yard line. It's too good of a kick. Man, he booted that ball. Sometimes you just kick it too far, Jeff, and that's one of those examples. Well, we're going to bring it out to the 20-yard line for Mount Healthy, and we'll see if Crawford comes back. I'll tell you what, Jeff, I don't believe he's going to be back.
I could see him at least not missing a few series anyway, but let's see what goes. And
who they got for quarterback, Jeff?
I'm trying to get a number right now to see if.
Seven and a half minutes remaining here in the first half. Number 10.
Number 10. Darrell Williams has moved over to quarterback now for Mount Healthy.
Okay. We'll see what his plan is going to be. They only got 2 wide receivers off. Means they're going to run the ball. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. He hasn't got any room. I don't know where he's going.
They're just kind of stringing it out. So.
Yeah.
Tell you what, Mount Healthy's best strategy right now might be if Crawford's down, but if Crawford's got a chance to return, just kind of play out the string here. Hold serve. Don't get yourself in too much deeper a hole, and then hopefully come back in the second half.
It's really funny. You got a feeling of a crowd. Harrison's quiet, like they don't believe the score. Mount Healthy, they're just dumbfounded over there. It's I don't know, Jeff. It's hard to explain to you. But anyway, it's going to be 2nd and 10 for Mount Healthy. Just got back to the line of scrimmages. He went about 10 yards, but it was sideways. Got a man wide open. And 3 guys went down. It's going to be good enough for a first down. Nice pass. But his cover went down. Robertson came up with a pick on it. Nice catch, but he had nobody around him. I thought he had a shot to make a big play on that. It's going to be up to the 35-yard line where it's going to be 1st and 10.
Yeah, Tyree Roberson, nice snag out there. Harrison defense probably lucky. They covered that up pretty quick.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised Harrison was able to cover it up that quick. Well, I'm sure this quarterback, you don't have a backup quarterback. They know what they're doing.
Mount Healthy
has
always
going to be another keeper. This is his second keeper. He's going to almost get a first down out of it. He had 3 calls, and 2 of them have been keepers.
Well, here's the thing, too. The Harrison defense has been prepared for Crawford playing quarterback. Now you got somebody else in a quarterback. Maybe the offense changes up a little bit because you got a different guy running the show over there. And Mount Healthy always has super athletes. I don't care who water wins.
This new kid they put in here, he can run.
Yeah.
He's quick. I like that when they get the ball and they get that quick jump. Scott can do that for the Wildcats too.
Harrison may need to make some defensive adjustments right there.
2 guys
he
on
just
him.
alluded
He got
something
away.
that's going to be picked off.
Yeah, it is. That wasn't even close. Who picked that off over there? 42.
Well, that's Mike Browning's 2nd interception of the evening for Harrison.
So he was the right place, the right time. Look at a replay, Jeff.
Yeah.
Get a replay on this.
Williams was being pursued.
Well, he got out of that, but it's just a bad pass. He was wide open on that one.
Yeah. The Austin twins got to him there. Stone Cold Austin Campton, Stone Cold Austin Silcox.
5.5 minutes to go in the game. First half, Harrison's get the ball back.
Yeah.
Second interception. Last time they couldn't do anything with it. We'll see what the Wildcats can do now. It's going to be 1st and 10, close to the 50-yard line.
Well, there's the difference with changing the quarterback too. Well, Williams definitely provided the running dimension, but the passing dimension just wasn't there, at least on that series anyway. No. But Harrison has to convert on this one.
Right now it's the same offense. Pitch off to Scott. He's got some room to run it. He's going to go down to the 40-yard line. Wow, was he slammed down in the 36. Holy Toledo. Good enough for a first down. Man, we get a replay on this, Jeff. Look at this.
I'll tell you, yeah, Brian.
This is a nice run now. He's got a little room on the sideline. He stepped out of bounds, or did he?
I'm not sure. He may have. Brian Cook put a hit on him.
He stepped out of bounds over there in the 39-yard line.
I think it's the way he slowed down, and then Cook put the hit on. So
no, he got tackled in the 36, Jeff. And they're putting on the 39, which tells me he stepped out of bounds. But another time for another story. Right now, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. 39-yard line ahead. He's going nowhere.
Yeah, that isn't happening, Captain.
Yeah, he's going to lose 2 yards on that, where it's going to be 2nd and 12. They were planning on that. You're going to get by with that once in a while, but a good team like Mount Healthy, they lined up for him, and you're not going to do that twice in a row.
Once again, Mount Healthy's had their adventures on offense so far tonight, but you're still talking the Mount Healthy defense, and they've given up more points in this game so far than they gave up in any whole game the whole season long. They're going to show a little pride right here in what they can do.
Well, right now it's a pass play all the way.
Oh,
got a man wide open. I think it was. I think somebody hit the ball.
Yeah. Looked like a
Smith was wide open, and he had room to run too.
I couldn't tell if Young's arm was hit or if the pass was tipped. I looked. That might have been the arm.
Smith would have got that. He had some room to run. You give Smith room to run, and you got a problem here.
Well, you got under 5 minutes to go now before halftime.
Well, Mount Healthy's hoping to get the ball back, and they want to get. They like to get back on the scoreboard somehow before halftime. So right now it's going to be. I think it's all sides by Mount Healthy. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think they jumped. I'll tell you, Lonnie Phelps again.
Yeah,
he's
that's a third.
Yeah, he's an active.
Can you believe that? That's a third offsides call.
Active defensive player, and just jumping a little bit too quick. So
yeah.
Puts a little different dimension into this third down play for the Wildcats.
Really kind of surprised me they didn't send Scott back in. The Wildcats didn't, which tells me we got a pass play all the way here. Got 2 wide receivers. Now they're moving 2 more wide receivers out. That's an unusual call here on the offense.
That third one's coming to this side.
Yeah.
But he's going to be brought down.
And a flag. Got a flag downfield here, so we'll find out what happens.
Let's see what happened right there.
Yeah,
flag came down in the backfield. I would kind of I think it's going to be a hold on Mount Healthy, I suspect.
That flag came before he even got socked, yeah.
Defensive holding.
Defensive holding. I think that was against Smith, too, and I don't blame him.
Yeah. Probably won't see it, but the
side.
replay's focusing on what happened back in the backfield for obvious reasons. But
right. I'm not just sure what they're calling here, Jeff.
Well, it's going to
yardage.
I think it's a question: is it automatic first down? I know it's a 5-yard. Yeah, 5-yard hold.
Well, that's what
still third down though. So.
Yeah, that's what they're calling it.
Yeah,
they're only going to give a 5-yard penalty on that.
In the pros, that's an automatic first down.
Yeah. 3rd and 6 is what we got. It was 3rd and 11. Now it's going to be 3rd and 6.
Oh, wait a second. Now Coach McCullough wants to speak with the officials regarding. I think he wants a little clarification. I think there was a question about where the penalty's being tacked on from.
Yeah. I do want to say this, though, Jeff. Watching football as much as high school football I've watched over the past 20 years. Right now, the officiating is the best I've seen it in the past 20 years. I mean, it hasn't advanced that much, but it's just so much better. I don't know what you give the credit to. Or is it we got better officials? Or they got a better program they put them through? I don't know what it is. But I haven't really had any complaints about the officiating all year of the high school games that I've seen.
Well, I don't think Coach McCullough was victorious in that argument. So.
Well, usually, Jeff, you're going to lose those arguments, I'd say 99% of the time.
But it made him feel better.
Yeah, he feels a little bit better now. And I'm sure he got the right answer, why they did this. And he can live with that. or he's going to live with it.
Yeah,
okay?
It isn't going to matter.
No, it isn't going to matter. He's going to have to live with it. Okay, the Wildcats back on the field. Mount Healthy was just sitting out there waiting to go. Okay, here we go. It's going to be 3rd and 6. We'll find out what they call. I think it's going to be a pass play all the way. It is. Got a man wide open. Is he going to get a first down out of it, though?
Oh, yes, that'll be a first down. Mitchell Crawford again.
Yeah. Yeah, he likes Crawford. And they double team. When they double team Smith, that opens up Crawford.
You know, I'll be interested to see the comparison on the stats at halftime here. First quarter, Harrison outgained Mount Healthy 125 yards to 75 yards. But things were pretty even across the board. Of course, with the score being what it was, whole thing about it was Frankie Young throwing for 100 yards just in the first quarter.
He's been sharp tonight. Maybe it's the cool weather. I don't know what it is. Maybe just ready.
Hand
off to Scott, and he's got some room to run.
Picked off, picked away. He's still running.
Yeah,
he's got another first down.
Wow, all the way down to the 9-yard line. What a run by Scott. You know, it's kind of funny. Everybody thought with that Bonfield, their starting running back, and then they find this young kid out of nowhere. I hadn't even heard of Scott as far as running backs go, and he's so quick.
Yeah.
That gives you another advantage. Small kid, quick.
Early season, the Harrison passing game was there. The running game just wasn't given enough balance. Yeah.
But right now it's going to be 1st and goal for the Wildcats. They're sitting on the 10. I'm saying the 9-yard line.
I always say that's the worst position for a 1st and goal.
Another handoff.
But Scott's looking like he might just waltz right into that end zone.
He's got room. It's going to be close. They say no. They say no. He's on the 2-inch line.
He's knocking on the door.
3 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Yeah, they got I'd say about a foot to go.
He was just picking his way through that defense, taking his time.
2nd and goal. Well, we'll see what the Wildcats call here.
Trayvon Wilburn stopped the touchdown right that time for Mount Healthy.
I think it's going to be a handoff to Scott or a quarterback keeper. We'll find out in just a second.
Going under center, probably just a surge.
That's what it is.
I don't know if he made it or not. I don't know.
It's close. Touchdown, Wildcats. They're calling it a touchdown. And with no replay back.
Harrison coach is excited on the sideline.
Yeah.
Now, one thing, I don't think there was any question on that one, whether he was down or not. That
was kind of unusual. I didn't quite understand why he was in the shotgun, but when he got the ball, he was running for the end zone.
Just a surge,
great. A surge to give him some edge. Well, they're going to try for the extra point now.
Great job by the Harrison offensive line.
Well, we got 2 minutes, 47 seconds remaining in this first half.
Parsons kicks up.
Right through the uprights, and the officials agree with me. It's going to be Wildcats 28, Mount Healthy Isle 7.
I'll tell you, Walt, nobody coming out here tonight. I'm not sure. I think both sides of the field and the stands are in shock. Everybody expected this would be a great ball game, but right now, 28-7. This is.
Well, they've, didn't you say the most ever scored against them has been 14? The Wildcats have doubled that already.
14 was the most they'd given up all season.
It's kind of ironic here because coming into this game, and this isn't my prediction, but somebody on the radio said that Mount Healthy goes to Harrison where they're a 14-point favorite. So,
I'm going to say this right now. Anybody who gives point spreads in high school games is an idiot.
Well,
I just said that right now. You cannot, in a high school game, anybody who gives a point spread is just crazy. Now, they can say they're favored to win, they're favored to lose, they're favored to win easily. Point spreads, it just makes me so aggravated because you never can tell. I mean,
I'm just telling you what I heard.
Yeah. So
that isn't my pick.
So if the fella's a lot bigger than me that made that pick,
you could be in trouble. What is your name, Jeff Jones?
Yeah.
You better.
I live on Mount Hope Road in Crosby Township. Yes, thank you.
Jeff Jones.
Yeah.
Well, Harrison's going to kick the ball with 2:47 remaining here. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here.
Well, the kick doesn't get through the end zone that time.
No, it sure doesn't. He's coming back. He's got a little bit of room.
He's got a little bit of room. He's still got some room. That might be the life Mount Healthy needs.
Yep,
they're going to have to force him out of bounds.
He just run by everybody. Touchdown, Mount Healthy.
I'll tell you.
It took them 10 seconds to score.
That's right, and that's what they can do to you.
Yep.
Justice Waller takes it all the way back. That was a shortest kickoff of the night for Farsing.
Yeah.
Let's see where he took that ball at. took that out about the 13, 14-yard line.
Yeah. He's just dodging people all over the
Yeah.
place. You know, I hate to say this, Jeff, but this game isn't over.
Oh, no.
And with a quick touchdown like this.
Not with the type of athletes Mount Healthy
Yeah,
has.
Mount Healthy still could win this by 14 points.
Oh, yeah. This
isn't over yet.
Yeah, I remember
when you score within 10 seconds.
I remember a
going.
game we covered a couple of years ago, walled up at Lima,
yep.
where Harrison played Lima Senior. Lima Senior was just winning 35-7 at halftime,
Right.
absolutely annihilating the Wildcats.
Right.
Wildcats came back and won that game. So
Yeah.
you cannot let your guard down one bit. I'm sure Coach Ken McCullough's talking about that with his team right now.
The Harrison crowd over here is just stunned. Just stunned right now.
The quick play can happen, and it did right there.
Yeah. I can't see Mount Healthy going for 2 points. I just can't see that happening. Well, Jeff, it's going to be interesting. You say this is Harrison's homecoming. What's going on today?
This is senior night tonight.
Senior
Paul.
night? Yeah. Say goodbye to the seniors, I guess.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, even if Harrison would make the playoffs, the odds are probably a little stacked against them in terms of possibility of hosting a game. So this, for practical purposes, this is probably the last home game for the Wildcat seniors.
It looks good here, and the officials agree with me. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be the Mount Healthy Owls 14, Wildcats 28. So we're going to see what happens. Can Harrison bring this back and get that 7 points back? 2.5 minutes remaining to halftime.
Well,
I'm going to say this before we go any further. Look for an offside kick.
I
Mount Healthy, you know.
Wouldn't be a shocker.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, Mount Healthy gets the ball back to start the second half.
That is correct.
Don't forget that Harrison Athletic Boosters is an organization that supports athletes and the sports they play. This is not possible without help.
The only thing would be at this point, you don't want to necessarily give Harrison the short field either.
Yeah, that's true. With 2.5 minutes to go.
Since you are going to get the second half kickoff.
Now, I'm just saying, the start of the year, this Harrison team, they've got a rival up the road up here, just a couple miles away. And half the kids that played for East Central at one time were in Harrison. And it's the big rival here in Harrison, Ohio. Well, anyway, Harrison was beating East Central, and East Central came up with a fake punt, actually won in the game. Am I correct about that? I think that's what happened.
I mean, East Central, that's a neighborhood rivalry type of game, and you can throw out all the point spreads and everything else. Anything can happen in those games. Harrison then went up to Findlay, Ohio, one of the top Division I teams in the state.
Well, they're not going to have an offside kick. That surprises me.
So Mitchell Crawford takes
Crawford's going to take it. He's going to bring it on back. He's going to be at the 30-yard line.
And he's breaking
35-yard, 45, 46-yard line for Crawford. But he got hit hard. He was hit hard.
Crawford
He's down.
took a shot to the head right there.
Yeah, he was hit hard. Got 2 players down.
Yeah.
I think Mount Healthy's got one, and he's got one.
Yeah, that was a helmet-to-helmet contact, it looked right there. Not an intentional type of thing, just the way the play developed. Yeah, it looks like the player hit him, and then the helmet kind of came up onto Crawford. So
I didn't think he got hit that hard.
yeah, I think it was just the way the contact occurred. Nothing nasty or anything like that. It's just the way the contact occurred.
I'm telling you, Jeff, the way he started running, I thought we were going to see another
Mount Healthy players.
touchdown.
Crawford's probably just got his head jarred right now. No doubt about that, though, the way that helmet came up.
Well, we got number 11 was hit. He's up, and he's looking real good for Mount Healthy. Crawford's still down.
Yeah, he's sitting up right now, so that's a good sign. I think I'd say now it's just going to be a question of just get a little shook up, get concussed. He's up on his feet.
Here's the thing: is he got a concussion?
Yeah. Well, he's not walking with a lot of guidance. It's just a matter of
either one of these players. What's the rule on that, Jeff? I heard so much about this concussion thing. If they think you got a concussion, you sit out a game, or what's this all about now?
Well, it's just the case. Usually the trainers put the player through a concussion protocol, they call it, where they just look at the symptoms and observe them, and see if they're cleared to be able to go back in and play. It just all depends. Right now, I think I'm just wondering if he might have had a little bit of a stinger as well there or something, because he seems sitting up, he's conscious and talking. So
well, right now we're going back to play with 2 minutes and 24 seconds to go. Yeah. It's the same offense. Harrison does not change. They put 3 receivers on one end, 1 on the other. Back in the shotgun is going to be Young. He's got his boy Scott back there with him.
And now the only difference here is one of his dangerous receivers, Crawford, is sitting over on the bench right now. So
well, this is the 3rd receiver this year that's went down now.
And he's airing it out. And that should have been picked off right there.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
That's the first bad pass I really seen.
Amir Irby for Mount Healthy, he's shaking his fist right now at himself. Can't believe he dropped that one. Yeah, he was looking for Gerald Smith again, but that pass was just a little bit astray.
Yeah, well, that is good coverage there by ICRC. Boy, they're right there. We get a chance, Jeff. We're going to tell the people here that are watching this game tonight where they can, if they want to watch it again, when it's going to be on. But right now, let's get this last 2 minutes in. This is going to be second. Got Smith open. He's got a little bit of room. He's not going to get the first down, but going to get him 7 yards out of it.
Well, one thing about that too, that play keeps the clock running a little bit too. So
yeah, that's important. Harrison ain't messing around. They're calling it the same offense. Nothing's changed.
Not looking to burn the clock yet.
Right. Now they're looking over. They're going to change the play. I'm going to tell you, with 3 yards to go, I think they're going to give it to Scott and see if he can get that 3 yards down.
Now Mount Healthy, I think, is going to take a timeout and talk about it.
Yeah.
Coach Crouch is going to say, let's.
With 1 minute and 44 seconds to go, that gives Harrison a chance too. Not only does it give them a chance, but they've had great success with Scott. The only problem is they get 3 guys to key in, and Scotty's not going to go anywhere. I don't care how quick he is. With 1 minute and 44 seconds to go, the score on is Mount Healthy 28, Harrison 14, which is a surprise.
Well, once again, Harrison's Wildcats can't really afford to let off the throttle here right now. But at the same time, they don't want
Mount Healthy really has to stop this. They can't see any more score up there right now.
They don't want to get reckless with it either.
They don't want. Yeah, you're right about that. They don't want anything more happen here. Mount Healthy can go in at halftime with a 14 points, and they can bring that back quick.
So let's see what Coach Kent McCullough's dialed up here for his offensive unit.
We're going to find out shortly. I still think they're going to let Scott have the ball, but they got the same plan. 3 wide receivers and 1. Scott in the backfield. We'll see what Young does with it.
Drop the ball.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be an easy one.
Well, that makes
that's the second time that's happened in the ball game. With 1 minute and 30 seconds to go, they're going to have to kick it.
I'm sure Harrison's going to let this clock run as far as they can.
Then call timeout.
They may or may not call. They may just, and they could possibly even take the 5-yard penalty. They're midfield, so.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
Well, the good thing is Mitchell Crawford sitting over on the Harrison bench here right now down in front of us and not being attended to by anybody, so seems to be conversant. So I think it's a case, no sense of putting him in there too soon.
Well, the young kid that
reevaluate at halftime.
The young kid, number 11, I can't remember his name, Jeff. I missed it, but he's up in the game right now, so he's okay. He's fine too. But even on the replay, I couldn't really see what happened there as far as them 2 hitting.
Well, yeah, I think it was just kind of an awkward hit.
Yeah.
Player went to the tackle from Mount Healthy, kind of slid up, maybe caught him in the face mask, that type of thing. So not a dirty play or anything like that by any sort. Just one of those things that just happen in football.
Well, there's 1 minute and 3 seconds. That's 63 seconds on the clock to halftime.
That's right.
And the one thing the Wildcats don't want is a run back. And the one thing Mount Healthy wants is a run back.
Well, you got to remember one other thing too, Walt. The punter's sitting on the bench for Harrison, Mitchell Crawford.
Never thought of that.
That's right.
Yeah,
so it looks like Ben Scott's going to be back to punt. So let's see. Ben Scott's filled in the backfield this year. This is a big play right here.
Boy, this is. We're going to find out what happens really quick.
Nice snap.
Yeah.
Just barely got that over the head. So it skimmers and scatters. Mount Healthy players going to pick it up. Harrison players are all around him, but it's too deep. And he's still gone.
Another touchdown.
Well, not going to happen. Everybody can not get excited because that's coming back.
Touchdown, number 10, Darrell Williams. Although there is some laundry on the field.
42 seconds ago. We'll see what's called.
Well, you know, this is a case. I think Coach McCullough will be talking to the Wildcats at halftime about this. You got the big lead, and all of a sudden you're celebrating and jubilating. Next thing you know, you can't afford to do that against Mount Healthy. You got to keep the pedal to the metal.
I hate to call predictions, but I said right away that's what Mount Healthy needs to run back. And they had 4 guys on him that couldn't bring him down. He just took it down the field. If that wasn't for the flag, the score would now be 28-21 instead of 28-7 with 2 quick run
28-14. Yeah, well, 20.
No, you don't understand.
The other. I get you.
If you didn't have 2 run backs, scored right now would be 28-7.
I get you.
And Harrison left them give them that 1 run back. Now they left him have another run back. And it's not that they left them have it. They knew what the capabilities were. Mount Healthy is capable of it. That goes all the way back to the 25-yard line. Boy, what a break for the Wildcats, and what a big hurt for Mount Healthy.
But now,
well, we'll see what's going to happen here. I don't think they'll do anything stupid like throwing the ball. That could be an interception, and Harrison could take it in.
Well, for what it's worth, Michael Crawford is back in at quarterback for Mount Healthy right now. So.
Well, that looks good for Mount Healthy. That's not a good sign for the Wildcats, so
it'd be interesting to see what they do here. Let's say they may try to pick something. Once again, they get the ball back of the second half kickoff. So
that's correct. Well, with 42 seconds, let's see what happens. It's been an exciting football game. You like football, you're at the right station here.
And nobody's happening there.
Yeah, he's going to get 5 yards. Did he get out of bounds?
Nice safe play. Clock's going to run.
So they called timeout. Or did they? They called timeout, Jeff.
I don't know. Did they call timeout or did he might have went out of bounds?
Well, that's true. I couldn't tell you which it was. I didn't think he was out of bounds, but apparently it's one or the other. He was out of bounds. He was out of bounds. 2nd and 5 for Mount Healthy. It's going to be interesting to see what they call here. I wouldn't think they'd have a pass play on.
Yeah,
they're so dangerous.
They can go for broke right now. And since you got your number 1 quarterback back in the game.
True. And he's going to be. He's got a man open over there.
Well, I'm not quite sure.
I'm not sure what that was all about.
I mean, it was a nice idea to catch Harrison off guard, but the intended receiver, Tyree Roper, Darrell Williams wasn't even really close to where that ball went. So I don't know if somebody missed a connection there or just what.
Okay, it's going to be 3rd and 5 with 29 seconds remaining on the clock. That was razzle dazzle. I like that.
Yeah, well, that's why I say pull something out of the rabbit's hat.
Yep,
see what goes.
Another pass play. Got a man open.
And if you get out of bounds, you got the first down.
Yeah, got out of bounds. First down with 23 seconds to go, all the way up to the 40-yard line, where it's going to be 1st and 10. Well, that was just a little short pass just to get a first down on it.
Well, these Owls are a proud team. They're not going to go down
and I'll
without
tell you
a fight.
something else about the Owls, and we don't give it enough credit. They're well coached also over there.
Absolutely. That's been that way for several years, ever since Coach Crouch took over.
Yep, I agree with you. Boy, he's going for the bomb here. 4-on-1.
And it falls helplessly to the ground. Bailey Smith for Harrison.
They sent 4. Wildcats put 4 people back there. You would think it's up for grabs.
Pass was intended for Robert Corbin.
Now watch it on replay here. This is great.
Yeah, that's
4 guys on it.
Yeah, Bailey Smith knocked that down for the Wildcats.
Yeah, that was a nice play by Smith. I believe he would have had it. Okay, it's going to be 2nd and 10 right now for the Owls. They got 16 seconds on the clock. They're going to go for a Hail Mary again. I love it. Here we go.
That might go. Might not.
Wasn't far enough.
Yeah, just didn't.
Pass by Michael Crawford is incomplete.
Got 10 seconds now. That didn't take that long, to be honest with you. It's a good replay to catch it. He just didn't throw it far enough.
Well, you know, I'm still wondering.
He had a man open.
I'm still wondering with that ankle. I was trying to get a look at the replay and how he was able to plant his foot. That
might have had something to do with it, Jeff.
That ankle's a little tender. It might have affected the pass.
Yeah, there's no question. Their backup quarterback, he's a good runner, but he can't pass. I mean, he isn't a Crawford.
Oh, ball's on the ground.
Oh, man, and he's got some room to run it, too. Goes out of bounds with 2 seconds to go. It gets better and better.
Well, it's fourth down, and if you got 2 seconds to go,
you go for it.
It'd be
2 seconds on the clock. It will be
put it this way, Coach Crouch, I don't think he's going to risk anything. I'm almost surprised they just don't. I'm surprised they're even going back to punt on this play. Tell you the truth, Walt.
I don't understand this. I don't get this call.
I'm not sure where you line up for the punt. I'd almost say.
I would say a fake punt.
I'd say almost run the shotgun and take a knee.
I'd say it's a fake punt. This has happened to Harrison a while back. It cost them a game. Could cost them the game here. Fake punt, take it on in.
Yeah, that's what
I like that.
They just took same thing.
Hey, that was pretty cool. I never seen that. Fake punt and took a knee. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here at halftime, it finds the Wildcats 28 and Mount Healthy 14. Both sides are shell-shocked here at halftime. I mean, they really are. Yeah. Mount Healthy can't believe they're trailing by 14. This is the most I think ever scored against Mount Healthy this year.
This season, no doubt about that.
Okay, we got some halftime statistics. And right before we take a break here at halftime, Jeff, fill us in what we got.
Okay. Well, what do we got here right offhand? Frankie Young's thrown for 138 yards. Gerald Smith and Mitchell Crawford. Smith picked up 73 of those. Smith, like I say, the Frankie Young on the ground there rushing. Well, actually, if you count in the losses and things like that, he's actually negative 8 yards. That's kind of funny. Ben Scott actually picking up 5.7 yards a carry, 57 yards on the Mount Healthy side. They've only been able to put forth 97 yards of offense, where Harrison's put forth 191. So to make a long story short, they go into halftime. Harrison's up 28-14, and I'm sure going to be interesting conversations in the locker room at halftime here, Walt.
Well, there's going to be some adjustments made by Mount Healthy. Harrison's got to do what they just did here the first half. They got to keep it up. Mix a little of them plays up. Scott knows what he's doing, and he's got some receivers out there, although Crawford's been a big plot in that first half, and he's down right now. Will he come back the second half? I don't know. They wouldn't let him punt. So I don't know if he's out for the game or not, Jeff.
Just be a matter of see what happens. He appeared to be in good shape on the sideline here, so I think it's just a matter of, I think it was a case of, okay, going into halftime, let's not risk anything. Let's let him get his wits about him here and see what happens.
I want to talk about Crawford from Mount Healthy. He came back to play, and he isn't what he was.
One series in short time, so we'll see what happens. Once again, they'll get the ball to start the second half.
Okay.
See what goes.
So we're going to turn this over here at halftime? Okay, we're going to turn this over to them, Jeff, for halftime, and the band's going to be on the field, and we're going to take a break here, me and you, and let's see what happens. We'll get ready for our second half, okay?
All right, so
it's break time.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care.
If I play sports for my school, I'll learn how to be part of a team.
I will have more friends. I will be active now and when I'm a grown-up.
I will learn how to work hard. I'll have better attendance.
I'll learn how to overcome adversity. I'll be more likely to go to college. I will learn how to get along with others. If I play sports for my school. If I play sports for my school. If I play sports for my school.
I must learn to be a good student during school if I want to put on my uniform after school.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
The grooves of the 70s paved the way for Earth, Wind, and Fire as their iconic music merged the old with the new. Let's go to the 80s as we bring you Let's Groove! thank you for having us and hope you have enjoyed our show. We bring you one of Journey's most popular hits that has stood the test of time. Don't Stop Believing.
Let's hear it again for our special guest, Mount Healthy, marching out. Next up in the field, the William Henry Harrison High School Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Brian Egan. Marching Band competed 2 weeks ago, earning second place in Class AAA, 5th out of 14 bands in Bellevue, Kentucky. Next up, tomorrow at LaSalle High School. Pull out your phone, set your phone for 4:45 tomorrow afternoon. Meet us at LaSalle. The 2016 show entitled Wait was proposed by John Fannin and arranged for the William Henry Harrison Marching Band. Drum Major, Brady Young. Is your band ready? Ladies and gentlemen, wait. William Henry Harrison High School Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, wait. From the William Henry Harrison High School Marching Band, staff includes Brandon Prue, Brandon Barker, Conrad Krieger, Logan Lucas, Matthew McEwen, featured soloist Rebecca Patterson, Brandon Edwards, Dick Payne, Tyler Dominic, Tyler Doty, color guard under the direction of Katie Poobill. Under the field direction of Mr. Brady Young, let's give another show of support. Senior night.
Welcome back. It's high school football. It's been here in Harrison, Ohio. Wolf Chuck back with my sidekick, Jeff Bettle. First half, if you just joined us, this has been fun. It's been a good ball game. Mount Healthy 8-0. Wildcats come in 5-3. Harrison here at halftime with a 28-14 lead, and it's kind of a shocking lead. Jeff, give us your analysis of the first half real quick.
Well, Harrison basically dominated most of the first half, but Mount Healthy's always got that explosive factor about them, and they brought back that 86-yard kickoff return by Justice Waller and brought this game back to a 2-touchdown game, 28-14. That's the key right now, and you got Mount Healthy's going to be receiving this opening kickoff of the second half. I'm sure they'd like to be able to make hay and take it down, score, and make this a 1-touchdown game again.
Injuries, now we got to tell you what happened. The quarterback and wide receiver Crawford for the Wildcats both got hurt here in different plays.
But Michael Crawford already returned to the game. Mitchell Crawford for Harrison is warming up here on the sidelines, got his helmet on. My suspicion is he'll be back and ready to re-enter the arena here when we resume the second half.
Something you said in the first half, one of his passes was intercepted, and it was a bad pass, Jeff. I still think it's the ankle's bothering him. Although he did run the ball and he looked good running, but I still think it's bothering Crawford from Mount Healthy. Yeah. It's kind of ironic. I just noticed that. It's Crawford versus Crawford, both right. Injured. That's kind of odd. I was worried about a concussion with the Crawford from Harrison, but Jeff here thinks that everything's going to be okay. He'll be back in the game. I'm not so sure that's true. We've seen a kid by the name of Scott, the running back, did the kicking for the Wildcats late in the ball game, which tells me they were scared to put him in. So we'll have to see what happens here.
Mitchell Crawford's got his helmet back on. If he weren't going to play, they'd be taking the helmet away from him. So I think it's, in fact, he's out there, I think, lined up on kickoff team right now, as a matter of fact. So let's see here. No, take that back. Thought I saw a 15 on the kickoff team, but not. So.
Well, we're going to find out shortly here. It's been a fun first half, surprising first half.
Lots of offense, Harrison, no doubt about that.
Yeah, the offense. Harrison's moved the ball very well. Had it not been for that 90-some-yard run back, the score would be still 28-7 favor Harrison. Right. So that's a shocker.
Well, and you got to remember, Mount Healthy's so explosive. They actually had a punt return called back. So if that doesn't get called back, this is a real close game.
Yeah, that would have been 28-21. Good point, Jeff. That's a good point. We forgot about that.
I think in case Harrison got up 28-7, and sometimes you get up that big a lead, and you've had all this adrenaline pumping, getting yourself up into the big lead, and all of a sudden you have either a little letdown or you get a little celebrating type of sensation.
Well,
and next thing you know, here comes Mount Healthy. Okay, they're too good a ball club. You can't let up.
Here's what's going on. If Mount Healthy wins or loses, don't make any difference. They're going to the state. They're going to get in the playoffs. You got to have so many points to get in the playoffs. Case closed. Harrison has to have this game if they decide they're going to state. They lose, they're not going to state.
That's it.
Case closed.
That's it.
And the pressure is there. Mount Healthy don't have any pressure.
Well, and not just the playoff picture, but if Harrison wins this game, remember, Mount Healthy plays Edgewood next week. Harrison, if they could pull this victory off, have got a real good shot at least getting a share of the league title. So, you're talking league titles, you're talking playoff positions. There's just a lot at stake here for the Harrison Wildcats right now.
That's correct. That's exactly it. I even forgot about the league. I guess everybody's conceded that Mount Healthy, but them actually have a shot. You're right.
Well, right now, Mount Healthy and Edgewood are tied for the lead in the Southwest Ohio Conference. Most people have been looking ahead for next week's game at Edgewood to be the showdown. Who's going to win the league title? A Harrison victory here tonight could definitely throw a little wrench in that whole process.
Correct. I never even thought about the league.
Yeah,
well,
Mitchell Crawford is out there on the kick return or kickoff team, Waltz.
No, I'm surprised. I'm glad to see it for the Wildcats. Very glad, and I'm glad to see Crawford back on both teams.
Well,
Crawford playing for Mount Healthy. Uh-oh, something's wrong here.
Offside on the kick team.
Well, that was quick.
March it back another 5 yards.
Yeah.
Somebody lined up a little bit too. Well, Justice Waller is back deep.
That's something you don't see much.
On that kickoff return of Waller's in the first half, Farfsing had been just nailing kickoffs all the way through the end zone previously. That one was short. Waller took it all the way to the house. So, but yeah, somebody just lined up and crossed that line a little bit just a second before the kicker got there. So, see what happens this time. See if Farfsing can get a little bit of leg into it.
Well, they're gonna kick on the right hand side.
And that's one of them squibbler.
Yeah, offside kick.
Hey, that was so close.
That was close. Now we got a flag down.
Yeah, now that's because the kick out of bounds.
Harrison was leaned over. I thought he was a late hit, but you're probably right, out of bounds. Boy, does that give him nice position to Mount Healthy.
Well, now the Harrison defense is going to be tested here.
All the way at the 45-yard line. Before it was kicked in the end zone, that'd be on the 20. Now it's 25 yards closer on the 45-yard line. That gives Mount Healthy a big edge. It looks like they're going to, I thought it'd be 5-yard penalty on the 45. Am I wrong? I guess I am.
Official's going to go over and consult with Coach Crouch as to what's going on here.
Well, I thought it'd be a 5-yard penalty out of bounds. I thought it'd be on the 45-yard line. What do I know?
Okay, the consultations are over. They're going to place the ball on the 39.5.
Well, Jeff, I'm going to say the 40. I'll let you go to the 39.5. I'm going to call it the 40. I'm going to disagree with you.
Whatever happens, Mount Healthy's going to take the ball right there.
That I agree with. I'm going to agree with that part of it. Now we're going to have two wide receivers off to the right, one to the left.
But
we got
Crawford's not. Looks like Darrell Williams is back out there.
Williams is back. Now. You're right. I said you said it. I didn't say it. And he likes to run it. He knocked one off, knocked two off. The third one got him. It's good for a first down. Well, he just run right through them tacklers for the Wildcats.
Well, like
this kid can run.
A little bit of hesitation there by the defensive player.
Yep.
And at that point, it's a case of
brings a boy. That's a nice run back.
They might have been expecting.
It's good for almost 18 yards for a first down.
They might have been expecting Crawford back in there, but instead they got Williams.
This isn't the first nice. He said about 3 or 4 great runs for first downs. His passing game is respectable.
Well, Harrison defense is going to have to force something here to shut down that passing game.
Another run by the quarterback. He's got a little room on the right-hand side.
He turned the corner.
He's got room.
He's off to the races.
He's going to take it to the end zone, take it to the house. Touchdown, Mount Healthy. Boy, that was quick.
They certainly took advantage.
That didn't even take a minute.
They certainly took advantage of things right there. So they don't miss a beat.
They sure don't.
The regular quarterback goes down. Here comes the new guy. Touchdown.
Well, they both got their own hit on both plays.
But really I think you could say some poor tackling there, attempts by Harrison too on that.
I agree. I agree with you.
But once he got through the first wave, that was it.
You got it. Well, they'll go for the extra point here, which is the right play.
So now we got a ball game, Waldo.
Yeah, looks good to me. The officials agree with me. Score 21 for Mount Healthy, 28. Now you got to understand something here. The score was 28-7.
That's right.
Mount Healthy scored the quick 14 points.
That's right.
And the first 7 points were scored in 1 minute. This was scored in less. It was scored in I'm going to say 41 seconds.
That's right.
2 plays is all it took them, and they just took it to the end zone.
That's why Harrison now has to, once again, they've got to hold their serve. They need to come down.
Well, they had a big lead here, and they're letting it go.
Coach McCullough there on the sideline for Harrison. Needs to get these guys fired up again.
560-9807. Come on up to the press box here and get your $185.
In the meantime, Jackson Balmer getting ready to kick off for Mount Healthy. So let's see whose adjustments were made at halftime. I think, for some reason, you almost felt that score was inevitable, just no matter how long it was going to take, with Mount Healthy coming out of the halftime consultations. So let's see what happens now with Harrison.
Well, right now, I think anything can happen here. Harrison's took a little, scored 28 points the first half. Have they done that at all this year? I don't know the answer to that, but I don't think they scored 28 points in one half in the first half this year. They did it against the best team in the league. I'd say the team with the best record.
So actually deep for Harrison is Cooper McElroy, who switches places with Gerald Smith.
Little short, squibbly kick, bounces all over.
They better watch it.
Wasn't touched by any Harrison player.
No, I'll tell you what was happening right there. Cooper McElroy and Gerald Smith looked like they were about to change positions, and Smith take it instead of McElroy.
I guess they did touch it.
Unfortunately, nobody touched it. Nobody touched it. It was basically the same as
Yep.
They just all stayed away from it. Smith fell down, lost his footing, and the Mount Healthy player just came in there and swooped it up.
Well, it's on the 25-yard line where it's going to be 1st and 10 for Mount Healthy. They got a chance within 1 minute of scoring 14 points and tying it up. 1 minute in the second half. Most unbelievable thing I've seen, football. Well, here goes Mount Healthy. 1st and 10. It's another running play, and he's got some room over there.
Out. He's not going to get around the corner that time.
No.
Drew Banks was there to meet him for Harrison.
Yep.
Harrison defense has to ratchet up their intensity they showed in the first half.
Well, they're going to change quarterbacks. They're bringing Crawford back. And leaving Williams in. It's going to be interesting. Well, we'll see what happens here.
Well, it means anything can happen.
Yeah, Jeff had said his ankle's still bothering him a little bit. I think it is. It's a quick pass over to the right-hand side there. He's going to get a few yards out of it, back to the original line of scrimmage. And it's going to give him an extra yard on it where it's going to be 3rd and 9.
So Tyree Roberson hauls it in, but they got 3rd and long. That hasn't stopped them too many times tonight, though.
Well, you got that right.
In fact, that first half, really, Mount Healthy's putting the ball on the ground, but they were their own worst enemy to allow Harrison get to that big lead.
Well, they're looking on the sideline, see if he wants to change the play. We're going to find out in a minute. It's going to be.
He's looking to the air. Yeah. That might be. Oh, was that almost picked off?
Yep.
Pass by number 5, Michael Crawford, was incomplete. Intended for number 10, Darrell Williams.
Almost picked off by Bailey Smith there in the end zone.
You know, I think for the Wildcats, probably the best thing happened was he didn't catch it. It'd have been on the 2-foot line. You know what I mean? Now they got 4th and 9. Of course, they could still score. They're not going to go for a field goal.
Yeah, they've converted these before this game.
Yep. So here it is, 4th and 9 for the Mount Healthy Owls.
Harrison defense
this is going to be a big play.
Needs to stop in the worst way right now for
Mount Healthy's got to keep moving it. So we're going to find out in just a second. They've only got 2 wide receivers.
That ball's on the ground
there.
Once again.
Yep.
Wow.
Bad. That is unreal. A bad snap. Turns it over and gives it right back to the Wildcats.
Yeah, once again, Mount Healthy's their own worst enemy right there.
Yeah.
So, Walt,
Well, here we go, 29-yard line where it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
Harrison offense needs to get percolating again here.
Well, we're going to find out real quick. They're using their same offense. They want Scott in the backfield, the shotgun for Young, and they got 3 wide receivers to the right. I mean, you're watching on TV. This is the offense they used since day one. With
Gerald
one there,
Smith.
boy, did he get hit hard. He was down. I'm surprised there ain't a flag on that. He was down. Number 3 just dove right into him when he was down. It's going to be good for 9 yards for Smith, where it's going to be 2nd and 1. I would consider a run play here by Scott, but I've been wrong a lot before. And I think the Owls are thinking the same thing.
That's a pick. That's picked off by the Mount Healthy.
Intercepted. Give it back to Mount Healthy. Pass was a bad pass.
Yeah, Brian Cook picked that off for the Owls.
Yeah.
They were looking for Gerald Smith.
Yeah. Boy, he was covered well.
Maybe just went to the well a little bit too much here.
Yep.
That was a case where the defensive back looked more like the receiver on that play.
Well, I was really shocked to see him even throw it. And then a bad one at that.
Well, Harrison can't take advantage of the turnover situation there on 4th down.
So we'll see what happens here. It's going to be, we'll see what happens with the turnover. Can Mount Healthy take advantage of it? Crawford's at the quarterback. They got 4 wide receivers out. We'll see how well Crawford can do. 9 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. We just got started in this 2nd half here. They're taking it up the middle. It's going to be good for 3 yards.
Got a couple yards, but that was about it.
Yep.
Lee Young, we haven't heard his number called for a while. But
boy, you're right.
I think they wanted to just do a little bit up the middle. And keep Harrison thinking it could be coming there.
Where it's going to be 2nd and 7. Same offense. Back in the shotgun. They got 4 wide receivers, a couple on each side of the field. Looks like a pass play. It's going to be a keeper right up the middle.
Crawford up the middle.
Yep. I'm not going to get a 1st down, but he's going to be close to it.
Mighty close.
He had a nice hole to go through too, Jeff. They opened that center up for him and shot right through. It's going to be good for it's going to be 3rd and 1.
Okay. 3rd and short, whatever the case.
Correct.
Now, actually, let's take a look here. It looks like the snap's going to Williams.
Yeah, Williams
Crawford's
is going to get it. And he's going to take it for 1st down, which he did all the way down to the 45-yard line. That's interesting how they switch quarterbacks so quick you can't even tell it.
Well, looks like they're going to do the hard to say
It'll
right
be
now.
1st and 10.
Looks like
you got both quarterbacks standing together. Yeah, you can see as much as we can.
Looks like
depends on the call.
Yeah, looks like that snap might be going back to Williams again.
Yeah, which is going to be a running play. This kid is quick.
They're going to run a fake reverse. Williams, he's going to be brought down.
Wow, can you believe it?
Yeah. Harrison defenders were not fooled by that one.
I thought he had a little room over there, but apparently he didn't. It's going to be a 5-yard loss on the play. It's going to be
Bailey
2nd
Smith,
and 15.
we've heard Bailey Smith's number's been called a lot tonight on Harrison defense.
Yes, it has. That was a nice tackle.
And Austin Silcox came in there to help clean it up.
So we got the same play again.
2nd and long.
Going to have a wide receiver on both ends. Number 14 in the backfield. Shotgun's going to be Williams.
So he's just going to air it out up there.
Yep. Tell you what, that was a bad pass. Nobody could get to it.
Yeah,
Harrison players, nobody.
In all sincerity, I think if you're going to throw the ball, you're probably better to run the play with Crawford throwing the ball rather than Williams.
Well, that was supposed to throw
great
everybody
runner,
off.
but that one could have been
they
very easily
got
gone
Crawford
the other
on
way.
the sideline there. He just ain't up to snuff. You hit it the first, you could see it. I really didn't see it till you brought it up. Okay, it's going to be 3rd and 15. I say it's going to be a running play by the quarterback, Williams. They're waiting for the call from the sidelines right now. They just got the call.
Well, they can break it. There's no doubt about that.
They got a wide receiver at both ends. Williams has got the play. He's looking for somebody. He is going to throw it.
Going to air it out. The guy's there if he can get it. Well,
touchdown,
guess what?
Mount Healthy.
I take back what I said about the kid can throw. He nailed it right there.
Yeah, that's the first good pass of the ball game for him. Puts him within 1 point of the Wildcats.
Yeah, Brian Cook, he just slung it up there, let him left, touchdown. Had the Harrison defensive backs beat by 10 yards.
Wasn't even close.
So big conversion right here to knock this game up. Mount Healthy's come back from the dead.
28-7, and this could tie the ball game up. The kick is up, looks good. We'll see what they say. Ladies and gentlemen, the score is 28-28. We're right back where we started with 6.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
New game, my friends.
They scored 14 points in less than a half of a quarter. It went quick too.
Yeah.
And Wildcats couldn't do anything. Threw an interception and just couldn't move the ball.
Well, the big play is what keeps Mount Healthy always a threat. And once again, you're talking about a team that's undefeated, Walt. They got a lot of pride out there. They're not going to just roll over and play dead, even if they did get down 3 touchdowns. So
I told you earlier, you really got upset with me when on radio they predicted a 14, and it still could be that way. They may know a little bit more than me and you. That's why they're on radio.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why they're making these predictions.
Well, we shall see. We shall see.
You realize Harrison hasn't scored this half at all. Harrison didn't even come close.
They haven't had the ball very much, to tell you the truth.
Well, that's been true too. Yeah, that's been true too.
Well, let's see if Harrison can field the kickoff this time anyway. That'll help.
They haven't fielded the kickoff, interceptions, just anything can happen.
Right.
It's happened to Harrison.
That's right.
But Mount Healthy's brought some of this on too. We'll see where they kick it.
Well, that's a squibbler
on the ground.
And once again, they better just fall on it and leave it be.
That's what they did. It's on the 31-yard line.
Yeah, Logan Weber just fell on that, so Harrison's got decent field position with that. But now they got to get their offense cranking a little bit again here. When they got it rolling in the first half, it was a sight to see.
They came in here with a game plan, and when it started, that game plan was working against Mount Healthy. But this second half, just a lot of odd things happened, and the plan hasn't went.
It's been a game of momentum so far, Walt.
Well, I've never seen this before. They all budged up in the middle. It's right back where it was.
Big Mo's been sliding
wide
around.
Receivers off to the left, Smith to the right.
Almost picked again.
Wow. They'd have took that to the house. There was nobody there.
Yeah, that defense of Mount Healthy has made some serious adjustments.
Yes. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats. Sitting on the 34-yard line. Same offense, nothing's changed.
Going to hand off to Scott.
He's not going anywhere. They figured that one out beforehand. Get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, offensively, I'm not so sure what the adjustments are right now. Mount Healthy defense is just, they've got a life again, and they're showing how they've got here so far this season. Just wrapped up right there by Lonnie Phelps. He wasn't going anywhere.
Well, we're going to go back, and I find this interesting. They're going to use the same offense. It's 3rd and 10. This is a passing play all the way, and everybody in the stadium knows it.
Oh, almost.
Right to him.
He was going heading for Jace Fetty and just couldn't quite make the connection.
Pass was right to Fetty. It had been on the 45-yard line of Mount Healthy. Right now it's going to be 4th and 10, kicking job for the Wildcats. Well, he was double-teamed over there, too, Jeff Fetty was.
Yeah, Justice Waller helped break that up. Fetty was almost there, just couldn't quite get it.
Yep.
So Crawford back to punt for Harrison now.
Well, that's
a nice spiral. It's
yeah.
going to be fielded and fumbled out of bounds.
Not going to bring that one back. It's going to be on the 25-yard line. Worked out better than you think.
Yeah. Jamal Kelly, well, he'd probably been pinned in anyway had he caught it. So.
Yeah, I don't think he was going anywhere either. Well, right now, Mount Healthy's got for the first time a chance to take the lead since the game started.
And they got all of Big Mo on their side right now. And I don't mean Moeller.
Well, we're going to see who's the quarterback. I find this interesting. They're going to use Williams. They're going to use Crawford. Who's going to be their running back?
Well, it looks like Williams right now, and he certainly got the job done in the air on that last play out there. So,
well, I still think Crawford's hurt for Mount Healthy, but just the ankles bothered him a little bit.
Well, right now Williams is getting the job done, so why force the issue?
I agree.
Remember, you're going to be playing for a league title next week, so.
Right. It's 1st and 10 here. It's going to be a keeper right up the middle. He's going nowhere. Boy, Harrison just keyed in on that. Wow. Loss on the play.
Yeah. Max Boyle for Harrison. Didn't let that go anywhere.
That's the first time we heard that name for a while, too. Boy, he just grabbed him and he said, "You're not going anywhere." And he didn't either. It's going to be 2nd and 12 right now.
That lost the yard there, so.
Now we got Crawford back in the lineup. He's going to be your new quarterback. We'll play Williams a quarterback. Now we'll play with Crawford for a quarterback, and he's going to have a quick pass
right
man
there.
wide open. He's not going to get a first down out of it, but he's going to pick up 7 yards out of it.
Tyree Roberson brought her in.
Yep.
Cooper McElroy back there to make the stop for Harrison.
Oh, I'm going to say 8 yards on the play because they were. Anyway, it's going to be 3rd and 4. I don't care how you cut it. And they're going to leave Crawford in. He has got a nice little pass, so Crawford has. Although that pass by Williams, you couldn't have made it any prettier. Here it goes. That's going to be good enough for a first down.
Tell you what, defenders for Harrison tied him up pretty quickly though, so he couldn't escape. Didn't get any yardage after the catch, but it was enough to pick up that first down.
Right.
Robert Corbin gets the job done. Well, tell you what, it's interesting. Now you got 2 quarterbacks for Mount Healthy, and you really don't know what the look is on defense.
This is exciting. Nobody knows what's happening. Crawford can throw, Williams can run, and they both
can do a little bit of the other.
And they can do yes, sir. You hit it right on the head. He's going to try to run this with a bad ankle. Give him 4 yards out of it, and that ain't a bad run for a kid that's got a bad ankle. I'd say give him 3 yards out of it. It's going to be 2nd and 7, Jeff.
Well,
where they spotted the ball.
Harrison defense has been out there quite a bit of this quarter. They're on their heels right now. They need once again they need Mount Healthy to cooperate and put the ball on the ground perhaps. And that has happened previously in this game.
Yeah, it's going to be 2nd and 7 now. 39-yard line, a quick pass.
Oh, batted down.
Who was that? 44.
Well, batted down by Austin Silcox.
Silcox got a hold of it. He had a man open too. Boy, he had a man wide. Look at this. Look at this here.
Yeah, 3rd.
Boy, he got up in here to knock that down.
He did get some elevation there.
Yep. Like he was climbing a ladder. Okay, here we go.
Yep.
This is a big play for the Wildcats, and it's a big play for Mount Healthy.
Wildcat defense
3
needs
minutes
to stop.
remaining here in the 3rd quarter. It's got 3rd and 7 on the 39-yard line on Mount Healthy's. They're still waiting for the play to come in. They're using right now Crawford as the quarterback. Crawford and Williams have switched. I've never seen quarterbacks every play. It seems like they're switching back and forth. They're calling a timeout. Timeout, Mount Healthy. They can't figure it out what they want. And this is a big play, Jeff.
Yeah, this is a big play for both teams right now.
Yeah, I agree with you. 28-28 if you just joined us in a game I can't explain to you. Harrison took a 28-7 lead. Then in the first half, Mount Healthy came back to score a touchdown real quick, made it 28-14. Second half, they scored 2 quick touchdowns in no time at all, and we have a brand new ball game here. 28-28, 3 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Well, once again, Harrison scores 21 unanswered. Mount Healthy runs 21 unanswered. So,
yeah, that's exactly what happened, Jeff. That's exactly what happened. Boy, I look down here at the fans, and some of them are just freezing out here. It's cold. Game time, it was 40-some degrees. I think it's probably in the mid-40s right now. Breeze coming in. The breeze it's kind of ironic. I look at the flags. The breeze is coming in from the northwest. And that's not a good thing when it comes in from the north, I'll tell you. Okay, here we go. Big play. 3rd and 7. And Crawford will be the quarterback. The only thing that changed is they're putting 2 receivers off to the left-hand side. And they only got, the Wildcats got 1 protector over there for 2.
They might go for a big strike here. Nice catch. Nice catch. He's out of bounds. Nice catch by Williams there.
Yep.
Slung it up there. That was case jump up and get it. He got it. First down.
Good call by Mount Healthy, and the play was to perfection. It's going to be in Harrison territory on the 48-yard line.
Hayden Ellis forced him out, so he didn't get anything. Once again, nothing after the catch.
Right,
but
47-yard line.
They're marching.
It's going to be 1st and 10.
The Owls are marching.
I don't think the Owls can march, can they? They
never
can see
know.
better than most people. Okay, here we go. 1st and 10 for the Owls on the 47-yard line.
That's
And
Crawford.
it's going to be Crawford up the middle. He's going to get
He's
about
gobbled
3
up.
yards out of it. That's kind of funny. A bad ankle, and that's the second run he's had. He hasn't went anywhere really with it. Got 3 yards before. He's going to get 3 yards now. It's going to be 2nd and 7.
Max Boyle and Mason Murphy brought him down after he gained a couple.
I think we're right now in getting close to no man's land, which means 4-down territory, which I'm telling you, if they kick it, it isn't going to help them that much.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah. Okay, this is
Let's
a
see what happens right there. Is he going to get it?
They got a man open.
Oh,
Couldn't get to it.
Stretched him
and
out
he had
there.
a man open. But the ironic part was it was thrown by Williams, who is not. He threw a touchdown pass. That's almost tied the game.
Yeah,
but
Williams looking for Robert Corbin. Almost, I'm going to see here. Almost looked like Corbin pulled up just a little bit. Nah, not quite.
Yeah.
Just let him just ever so slightly.
Yeah.
Had the right idea. But now you got 3rd and long again, Walt.
Yep, same play as we had before. 3rd and 7. They're going to use Crawford as quarterback before. He's got a nice touch on the pass, and I don't think there's any question in anybody's mind. He's got a little bit better passer than Williams. In a touchy situation like this, he's going to try to find somebody. 9 is wide open.
Up, but just overthrew him.
He threw it out of bounds. Wow.
I tell you, Austin Campton was right on Crawford's tail right there.
Yeah. This is the right play to kick the ball. I thought they might go for it for 4th down.
Yeah.
They're not going to take a chance on it. It would give Harrison really good position if it, it was unsuccessful.
Sure. Tyree Roberson back to punt.
Well, I think they got Smith back to receive. They'll kick it away from Smith. They won't let Smith have it.
Roberson had 1 kick already in the game for 31 yards, so let's see what fake pass. Oh, that wide open.
That is kind of neat. I can't believe it. A fake punt for a touchdown.
And he's got a convoy, and he's got a touchdown.
That is unbelievable.
Lee Young.
A fake punt. And Harrison, that's what cost him the game against East Central. It could cost him the game against Mount Healthy. Unbelievable.
Yeah, let's take a look at that. It developed just too slow.
Yep.
And there wasn't a soul out there to touch him.
He's got plenty of room.
And then he had a convoy once he got down around the 10, 15-yard line.
Just walking into the end zone.
Big block there by Trayvon Wilbur.
That was some good camera work by ICRC. Okay, they're going to go for the extra point. Looks to me to be good. Wasn't very far, but it counts.
Got the job done.
Score is going to be a Mount Healthy 35, the Wildcats 28. So if I'm looking at this right,
that's 28 unanswered, Walt.
That's what I'm looking at. Thank you. I was going to do the math, but you did it for me.
And Coach McCullough really trying to get his players, get some fire back in the belly right there.
How can you score 28-7 and have a lead and let the opposition score 28 unanswered points?
Well,
I don't get it.
The opposition's a pretty good ball club, Walt.
That's the reason, maybe. That's the answer right there.
That's right.
Yeah.
They ain't 8-0 for nothing.
Yep. I got a wife that's a school teacher, and she's going to have a fit when she watches this on TV. And here's you say that word, ain't.
Ain't
Ain't a word is what my wife tells me. But that's another story for another time.
You got to answer to the boss there, son.
Okay. This is the started the downfall for the Wildcats. They kicked it to them.
Yeah.
Nobody could get to the ball, so Mount Healthy fell on it. That started the second half.
That started the.
Yep.
So now that kick goes to Mitchell Crawford right there.
Yep, we'll see what he can do.
He's picking his way around. Can he get loose? Can he get around?
No,
I don't think so.
He was going the wrong way. He was up to the 35-yard line. And when it's all done and said, he's going to be on the 30.
Tried to go lateral, but there just wasn't anything there.
There wasn't anything there to go. He was looking for an opening, couldn't find it.
Well, right now the Harrison team needs to put together just to try to get the drive together, kind of get that offense clicking again. So
here we go. So they're going to spot on the 31-yard line where it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
You're only down.
They're going to use the same offense they've used the whole game. No, a little different now. 2-2. I'm kind of shocked. Well, he fumbled the ball. Bad snap. Fumbled the ball. 6-yard loss.
When it rains, it pours right now, Walt. That's what's going on.
5-yard loss where it's going to be 2nd and 15.
Harrison's in big need of a big play right now by somebody, but they keep getting in the way of themselves.
Well, Mount Healthy, they must have made some changes in the locker room because you can sure see it.
Oh.
Almost intercepted again. Yeah. Wow.
Brian Cook got a hand on that one.
It was intended for Crawford. Wasn't the best pass in the world either, Jeff.
Yeah. Right now, Harrison's just in a position. They just need to get a few plays together, make a few yards, and kind of get back into the swing of things again. The big play isn't happening. The Mount Healthy defense isn't letting it happen
now
either.
It's going to be a long one. Got bad pass.
Yeah, that was behind Gerald Smith.
Smith never had a chance. It's going to be 4th down and 15. And that's going to give Mount Healthy good field position, too. Here we are in replay right here to see it.
Yes, well behind him. So.
Yeah. Threw it the wrong. I don't see Young. He was headed one direction. He threw it in the other direction. He was running away from the ball. But I think they had some signals crossed. Okay, here we go.
Crawford needs a punt here. Got a squibbler. They're going to pick it up. And he didn't get too far with it.
He brought it back a yard, and that's about it. I think he got in the 38, brought it back to the 39-yard line.
Yeah,
Mount Healthy's going to take over 1st and 10, and they're in 39. They got a 7-point lead. They feel pretty good about this. They scored 28 unanswered points. Wildcats have not been a threat at all.
Yeah, Harrison doesn't know what hit him right now. I mean, that's just simple as that. So
they're just shell-shocked.
Defense did recover a little bit on that last series. They're going to need to make another stand here and hope the offense gets some things cooking.
Well, we'll see what Mount Healthy does about the whole thing. Right now they're using Crawford. It's been a really exciting thing. No, Crawford isn't going to be the quarterback. It's going to be Williams.
That's right.
They just changed it from inside.
Mess them up a little bit.
It sure as heck has.
Oh, that's a high snap.
It's going to be a quick run right up the middle. He's got an opening. Boy, that stopped. He had some yardage to make. He gets by him, he's going to go somewhere. Yep. It's going to be good for 7 yards.
Bailey Smith grabbed him down. Otherwise, he's off for another long gainer.
I couldn't agree more. Or a touchdown. It's going to be 2nd and 3. 50 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Third quarter just totally belonged to Mount Healthy. It's going to be a keeper by the quarterback. He's got all kind of room.
Here goes Mr. Williams.
They're going to take it on to the.
Nobody going to catch
to
him.
The house. In for a touchdown for Williams.
Number 10, Williams.
And right now it's the Mount Healthy show, Jeff.
That's right. It is turned into an avalanche.
Yes. 41-28.
So right now we're looking at 27 and possibly 28. I'm sorry.
27 seconds here remaining in the third quarter. And they have scored.
Yep.
It's good. The extra point is good. It's going to be Mount Healthy 42, Wildcats 28. Well, how many points did they score this quarter? Because it was 14.
That's 28 this quarter, so it was 28-14 at half. And boom, boom, boom.
You're right. 28 points here in the third
Actually,
quarter.
more like boom, 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 boom.
That is just unbelievable. Boy, Harrison's defense just fell apart here.
Well, actually, I can't say it was Harrison's. I mean, that play it did, but I mean, it's been a common. It's been, you hate to say a team effort, but the kickoff was messed up. Punt.
That is true.
Yeah, I agree. There's enough to go around.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But
and there were some big breaks for Mount Healthy.
Yeah,
but
the whole thing is
they made some breaks for themselves too.
You got the fourth quarter coming up here. You got to, like I say, I think Harrison just let off the throttle a little bit, and you just can't. When you got a good team down, you got to keep them down. So right now it's a case Harrison's got to find a way, dig themselves out of this hole. Still a long way to go in this ball game, but they got to dig the hole out and start digging right now.
12 minutes and 27 seconds to be exact. It's going to be a low kick.
That's going to go out of bounds.
Yeah, there's going to be a flag on it. Well,
So Harrison will probably take that ball.
Went out about the 25-yard line. I don't know. Is there a penalty on that? I always thought there was.
Well, the receiving team has the option.
Yeah.
Either to re-kick or the ball gets spotted at the 4-yard line.
That's exactly what's going to happen, too.
I think right now Harrison, I mean, maybe instead of trying to get this all back at once, just kind of try to do some short yardage stuff. Don't go for the big play. Just get your offense back in a groove. You still got a whole quarter to go.
Trying to figure out why the whistle's here by the official, Jeff. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
As well as Mount Healthy's played, they still can. They've been known to put the ball on the ground. So you got a lot of time, a lot of possibilities.
Head official, I understand now what they're doing. It has to be moved on the side where the ball went out of bounds.
Right.
He's right about that. Nothing's changed really, just position of the field. Harrison's doing a little bit different. Instead of 3 and 1, well, they're going to let Scott take it. He's going to get 6 yards back, just like you said, a little bit at a time.
They say they need their offense just needs to get their footing again.
Yeah.
They've been hit like a rocket.
Well, this Scott for Harrison, he's got that quick release,
sure.
And he's going to get your 4 or 5 yards each time. He's been kind of a find for the Wildcats.
But that's
Their starting running back got hurt, and Scott had to fill the spot.
So that's going to end the quarter.
Yep, that ends the third quarter. Score is going to be Mount Healthy 42, Wildcats 28.
I say, just get a little bit here, a little bit there.
Well, this is kind of funny. We said it's the first half. The Harrison side was shell-shocked when Harrison took a 28-7 lead. This is the number 1 team in the league. Now they're shell-shocked because Mount Healthy scored 28 unanswered points.
That's right.
You could hear a pin drop on Harrison's side. On the other side, the Mount Healthy side, they have come alive over there. They were kind of shocked there, too, when Mount Healthy was trailing by 28.
Well, you don't expect that kind of a swing in when you're playing it. Yeah, like say, a competitive place like this, you're playing on the road.
Right.
So let's see what Harrison's offense.
Well, here we go. They got 2nd and 5 to go. We're starting the fourth quarter. It's on the 40-yard line. Same offense. They're giving it to Scott. He's not going to get the first down, but it's close.
Ball went out on the ground, but I think he was already
I think
stopped.
He was down, but Harrison recovered. So it's going to be 3rd and 1. This ordinarily be a running play, but I wouldn't count on it, Jeff. Harrison's used that 3-and-1 play where they have 3 runners on 1, and that's what they're going to do now. Run up the middle. I think he's got it, Jeff.
I think that'd just be a matter where the official puts the spot.
Yeah. Right on the line. I don't even think they'll measure this.
They might measure that. They're sizing that up.
You're exactly right. I didn't think they'd measure it. I didn't think they'd ask for a measurement.
I think it may well be by the nose of the ball, but it's just hard to.
Nah, it's going to be a half a football. It's more than you think. I'm going to throw my football knowledge in here.
Well, you also built the field, Walt. So.
Well, this is true. This is true.
Just barely. It looks like the nose of the ball to me, Walt.
I'm saying it's half of the football. I said it'd be at least half the whole football for a first down. Either way, Jeff, first down, first and 10 for the Wildcats.
Well,
they're still in Wildcat territory.
Well, offensively, they're doing what they need to do right now.
Mount Healthy had that pretty well planned out. They kind of thought it might be a quarterback sneak, and they were waiting for it, and it's what it was.
Now, just don't try to get it all back at once. Keep your rhythm, get your rhythm going.
Well, we got 3 wide receivers off the left. Same offense. Back in the shotgun is going to be Young. He's got a man wide open. Is that Crawford?
That's Crawford.
Oh, did he get hit? He's got a first down, but he paid for that.
But he got up. He got it quicker than the Mount Healthy defender. So
yeah, you're right.
I'm trying to see who's down for Mount Healthy. He was that.
Here it is right here. I don't see how he took a hit there. Harrison Crawford, he's the one seemed to take the hit so hard. But
Elijah Williams from Mount Healthy.
He's up. He seems to be okay, but he'll have to go out for a play. I think, don't he?
Yeah. Since they came out on the field, he'll have to exit.
Number 3 there for Mount Healthy's limping too. I don't know who that is, but
well, right now it's a case here. Harrison's offense is starting to build a little momentum, starting to get a little confidence back.
Well, it's going to be first and 10 for the Wildcats. They're all the way down to the 43-yard line of Mount Healthy. Nobody in the backfield. Didn't have a chance.
Yeah, Young had just to sling that to avoid the loss right there.
He was ready to go down. I think he threw that out of bounds on purpose. Well, right now we're in 4th down territory, Jeff. I don't think in my mind there's any question about it. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
35 unanswered points by Mount Healthy. This offense just has to keep their cool, try to get back into this thing. Oh, wide open keeper at Pitt. Oh,
boy, that fooled everybody. All the way down to the 20-yard line. That fake pitch even fooled me. Is there a flag down?
That looked like Gerald. There we go.
Well, we got a player down.
Yeah, player down on the sideline here.
Coach of the Wildcats are complaining. I don't know who it is. Can we get a replay on that, see what happened?
Scott's up. Well, I'll tell you what, that fake pitch there by Frankie Young.
That's when he got hit, I think.
Yeah, there needs to be some.
Here's a replay. This is interesting.
He just stopped.
Oh, did he get hit? It was a fake pitch, and he just got plowed.
I'm going to tell you what, with that fake pitch, there's some members of the Mount Healthy defense that have got some of their undergarments on the field right now. He faked them out of the undergarment.
Well, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. This is as far as they've gotten the second half. There's 10 and a half minutes remaining in the ball game, and this is as far as they've gotten in the second half.
It's been slow, steady.
Same offense as they played the whole game. They haven't switched no offense.
Nothing spectacular.
And they have on a play here.
They're looking for the house right now. And
nobody's open, and that was meant for.
I'm not sure where that was meant for.
It was meant for Fetty. Fetty stopped running. I don't know why. That was intended for Fetty, and he just stopped running. Going to be 2nd and 10 now. None of the offense has changed at all. Back of the shotgun is going to be Young. It's going to be a handoff. That's not going to fool anybody. They're going to give him maybe 2 yards out of it, and that's about it.
That was a tough couple yards.
Yeah.
Of course, now you are getting into 4-down territory down here for Harrison.
Yeah.
You're not going to be looking at the field goal.
I think they've been in 4-down territory, Jeff, just between me and you.
I don't think they'd be looking at any field goal situation here right now.
No, I agree with that. Well, we'll see what the call comes from the sideline.
Third and 9. Yeah, we're going to
timeout the Wildcats. That's a surprise. They might need that timeout as this game goes on. If it gets close.
But the thing is, you got to make hay right now and get yourself back in it. I don't question that timeout at all. Take it. Get your play right.
There is some merit to what you say.
And on top of that, it's kind of a chess match right now as it is. So, you may be looking at 2 plays right here. Do what you do on this play to set up what you do on the following one.
Well, that's what Mount Healthy thinks, so Harrison may go with a bomber. It's hard to really predict right now. Boy, this is high school football, down to the nitty-gritty. Wildcats got 9 minutes, 43 seconds, trailing by 14 points. This would cost them. They'll be out of the playoffs if they don't come back to this game and get that extra 14 points. And that's a big job, believe me. They have done nothing the second half.
Well, now we got another stoppage of play here. This looks like maybe an equipment problem with one of the Mount Healthy players. Not sure just what, but officials have sent him over to the sideline.
Yeah. He's been hurt most of the night, number 3. I don't know who he is, but he's come out of the game a couple times. And he's been limping a little bit too. He's been playing hurt. Okay, here we go. It's going to be 3rd and 8. Back into the shotgun. Nobody in the backfield. Kind of a play there to draw somebody off sides. It didn't fool Mount Healthy. Mount Healthy stayed with it. There's the snap. Here's the quick play. Almost intercepted. I'm not sure. I think that was meant for Smith, but almost intercepted.
He was aiming towards Smith, but
Smith was the only one in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
4th and 8.
Let's take a look at that, Walt.
Yeah, let's see what happened here.
Of course, once again, Young was about to get hit.
Yeah, you let him a little too much.
Well, this might be the Wildcats' last gasp here, Walt, the way this thing has been turning.
I couldn't agree more. Well, if they don't make it, they're figuring too Mount Healthy's been pinned back a little bit.
Yeah. Well, once again, I go back to the fact Mount Healthy's been known to put the ball on the ground, so let's see what happens here. Young's got lots of time. Lifts it up there. Crawford, touchdown.
Wow. Touchdown, Crawford. The young man that was hurt in the first half, didn't think he would come back, comes back to score. Touchdown for the Wildcats. It was a good pass and a good reception.
Yeah, nice protection by the offensive line for Young. Crawford got behind the DBs.
42 to 34.
I'll tell you what, nice catch by Crawford. He actually juggled that ball as he was catching it. So.
Yeah, we're going to get a replay here.
Yeah,
we just did.
Yeah,
show you what we had.
Well done job by Crawford reining that ball in. Kicks up.
Ball's up. Is it
it's good? 42-35. Well, Harrison finally stems the Mount Healthy.
Harrison scores their first points of the second half. After 28 points. Got a replay on this, Jeff.
Well, once again, you can see the protection. Crawford just breaks loose, cutting across the middle.
He's wide open there.
Now watch him juggle this as he's bringing it in. 1, 2, drops it again, brings it in. What a great job by Mitchell Crawford controlling that pass.
My shocker is I did not think he'd be back in the ball game. the first half, if you've watched the whole game, he got hurt pretty good in that first half. In fact, they wouldn't let him punt the ball. They put Scott, the running back, in to punt the ball. They end up there in the
well, I'd say Mount Healthy
first half.
Mount Healthy is anticipating either a squibber or a short kick here. They got about looks about 9 guys inside between the 35 and the 50-yard line here.
You're not going to see that, Jeff. They're not going to do it.
I think if I were Harrison, I'd just
There's still 9.5 minutes in this ball game. They're going to kick the ball as far as they can. Hopefully it goes in the end zone.
Farsi hasn't got anything into the end zone. Let's see what happens here.
That was exactly correct.
And the Mount Healthy player fumbles
bounced it on the ground.
Which
now it's going to happen. He's trying to find an opening. He's not going to get it. He's going to get to the 25-yard line. That's going to be it.
Well, now it's all rests on the Harrison defense right now.
That was interesting. He dropped the ball.
Yeah.
Had he not dropped the ball, that could have been a totally different game right there. But he's back at the 25-yard line, and Wildcats trailing by 7. We got a replay on this. There it goes. Bounced right into his hands.
Well, I'll tell you, sometimes when those balls are bobbled on the kickoff, it actually throws off the timing of the coverage team.
Right.
But Harrison went to the ball, brought the man down.
Well, here we go. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Mount Healthy. 9 minutes, 23 seconds remaining in this ball game. 7-point lead. Now we get excited.
Well, right now, Mount Healthy, they're kind of in a position they got to keep their offense going too. They don't want to.
That's exactly correct.
And that was a high snap. Crawford's
got
lucky
the
got
ball.
that.
He's going to get a couple yards out of it, and that's it. Not the best running quarterback, but boy, this kid can throw. What a little bit I've seen of him. The kid that can run is a kid called Williams. That's their backup quarterback.
We're going to see this snap a little bit. He had to jump up to get that one. And that's the thing with Mount Healthy's offense.
He's out of the game, so now they'll put the other quarterback in. His name's Williams. They're switching him every play almost. Really throwing the Wildcats off.
Harrison defense needs to get a stop here.
It's going to be 2nd and 9 for Mount Healthy. On the 29-yard line. 28, let's say.
Yep.
I'm not sure what they're calling here.
They took a timeout. They were not sure themselves, Walt.
Wow. Well, you're watching an exciting football game. I don't care if you're from Mount Healthy. I don't care if you're from Harrison. If you're from Edgewood, you're still watching an exciting football game. Hey, Jeff, tell us what's going to happen.
Oh, what's going to happen? This ball game's going to be replayed. Now tonight after the game, it's going to come on at 11:30 on channels 4 or 8:34 if you got the Cincinnati Bell Optics. Now the time to watch it is Saturday, 10:22 at 12 p.m. Once again, Time Warner Channel 4, Cincinnati Bells 8:34. Sunday, October 23rd, it's going to be on at 6 o'clock on Time Warner Channel 24 only. Monday evening, 10:24 at 8:30 p.m. up against Dancing with the Stars, I think. Channel 4 on Time Warner Cable, 8:34 on Cincinnati Bell Optics. And then it's replayed finally on October 27th at 10 a.m. in the morning. Set the DVRs, don't skip school. 4 on Time Warner.
Well, he's going to run that up the middle, and he's going to get a few yards out of that. He's going to take it all the way up to the 35-yard line.
And to finish up, 8:34 on Optics. This will be a great ball game to set the DVRs, TiVos, watch it on replay.
3rd and 3. They're going to leave this kid in, I think, only because this kid can run. No question about it, it's going to be a keeper for him. 3rd and 3, a big one, big player for Mount Healthy. He's in the shotgun. He's going to be a keeper. And they're keying in on him. He ain't going to get it. They're going to stop him.
They chewed him up and spit him out on that one, Walt. Harrison defense rose to the occasion.
Everybody in the stadium knew he was going to run it. I don't see any flags either.
Nothing. Mike Browning and Austin Silcox put the stop right there.
Yep, it's going to be 4th and 3. Got back to the line of scrimmage, and that was it.
Well, let's see what happens on this punt.
There's nobody back there.
It's been an adventure right now.
Nobody's in the backfield. I've never seen this before.
I think that's the case. They're kind of guarding against the fake punt again, so they'll take a chance.
I'd like to know what happened here.
The ball hit the ground. That's exactly what happened. Ball was snapped, hit the ground, the ball is dead.
I can't believe it. Unbelievable break for the Wildcats of Harrison, Ohio.
Now let's see this replay on this, and you'll see exactly what happened. It was a low snap. as he fielded, his knee was on the ground. That ball's dead.
Well, we're allowed to see a replay. The officials aren't.
No, I'm going to tell you what, Ray Charles could have seen that one happening.
Okay. The Harrison fans are going nuts over here, and you can hear a pin drop on the Mount Healthy side.
Well, I'll tell you, Big Mo.
28 unanswered
Here we go.
points.
Let's see the replay of this.
Here we go.
Snap comes back. Look, he fields the snap, and his knee's on the ground. But
now, that was it, yeah.
Harrison has to make hay while the sun shines.
Well, all I can tell you, it's going to be 1st and 10. It's going to be a quick pass. Yeah. Wow, was it almost intercepted?
Yeah. Once again, I think I'll put it this way: if I'm Harrison, let's just play it slow and easy now. You're in good field position. You got a little over 7 minutes left.
Well, that was almost intercepted, Jeff.
Don't get
it's
too.
It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats. You realize they're in 4-down territory too.
Don't get too excitable here.
Here we go right now with this. This is a replay here. Or is it?
Not going to be a replay here. We're just
okay. Gotcha. Yeah. We'll get it later. Okay, it's going to be 2nd and 10. Same offense. Got Scott in the backfield.
Frankie Young looking, got nice time. Wow. I'll tell you what, Gerald Smith about got his head taken off on that one.
Yeah, he did. He's holding his wrist right now. I don't know if it's hurting him or not.
He did everything
he got hit. He
did
got
everything
hit
good to haul that in.
I don't know if we could see a play on this. It looked like it got hit early.
Had to go up to get it. Nice play by the Mount Healthy defensive back, just stripped it away.
As soon as he was triple teamed on that. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
Well, Harrison hasn't made hay off of this miscue on the punt right there right now. So
I've never seen that call made before when his knee touched the ground.
Little dink pass. Ben Scott got tackled hard. He's going to be short, but once again, you said it's 4-down territory. Yeah, here we go.
It's good for 6 yards. It's going to be 4th and 4.
Just a little dump pass past the oncoming rushers.
Yeah, 7 minutes remaining here in the ball game. Wildcats are trailing right now by 7 points. Got an injured player out there for Mount Healthy.
Yeah, that was the Mount Healthy player. Elijah Williams had made the stop.
I thought he had a little bit of room to play there on that run back when that the play to Scott. But boy, that closed quick.
Yeah, it closed in very, very quickly.
Right. Boy, there's a big young man out there, 46. Wow.
Williams put a big hit on him.
Yep.
But he took the worst end of the deal.
That's going to happen. Okay, here we go. This is going to be a big play for Mount Healthy. Even let's say the Wildcats don't get a first down. Still, Mount Healthy's going to be backed up in their own territory.
They still got them pinned back. And like I say, there's 6:49. So
here we go. 4th and 4.
Which way's the flag going?
Everybody's pointing to everybody.
It's offside, so it's a first down Harrison, Walt.
I'm not so sure you're right about that, Jeff.
Well, the official already gave the signal. I think that was.
Yeah, okay.
It was 4 yards to go.
Yep. First down, you're right. I didn't see the call made, Jeff.
Well, you're going to see what happens right here. Mount Healthy defensive line.
It looked like he moved.
Well,
actually, it looked like 58 did move.
Yeah. There ain't no review of the play, and the call went against the Mount Healthy player who's got to be.
We're going to see this again. Now watch this. Watch 58 there. See him move?
Yep.
He moved.
He moved.
And he was right. Mount Healthy's players are right, but they haven't got a TV set to watch it. Big break for the Wildcats. Unless they reverse the call.
No, I don't think there'll be any reversal on this.
They went over to see the coach of the Wildcats, and I'm not sure what that's about. You got any idea what that was about?
Probably a play clock. I'm going to assume maybe a clock scenario.
Okay, I got you.
Set the clock the proper timing.
Okay, here we go. 6:56 remaining in the ball game. Wildcats 1st and 10.
Okay, Ben Scott.
They're going to hand it off to Scott. They figured it. He's going to get a couple yards, but he's not going to get much out of it.
Number 6 man Scott was the ball carrier.
Give him 2 yards.
And once again, Harrison does not have to score to pick. They can pick up a first down here.
That is correct. It's going to be 2nd and 8 right now for the Wildcats. Looks like a pass play. He's looking for somebody open.
Oh, it was tipped.
Yep.
Just barely tipped.
And Smith is just crying. He is wide open. There ain't nobody within 20 feet of him. Didn't see him, but he was wide open.
Well, so now you got a third.
That's going to be third and 8.
$6:24 to go here.
Well, seems to get more exciting the further it goes.
Just a little bit long.
Yep, throw wasn't there.
Yeah, Young was being pressured. So now here we go again. 4th down, looking for Fetty, but the heat was on Frankie Young. He had to unload it probably sooner
there's a
than he
replay.
liked.
Yeah.
So once again, Harrison's back against the wall here. The good thing is, barring any terrible miscue, at the very worst, they've got Mount Healthy pinned way back.
Okay, here we go. 4th and 8 for the Wildcats. We'll see what they can do.
Frankie Young's got plenty of time. Is that a touchdown? Is it a catch?
Touchdown, Wildcats!
Bailey Smith that had a big night on defense, and right now, big night, big game, big play offense. Brings Harrison Wildcats within 1 point right now.
Well,
the momentum shifts. Walt, this has been one whale of a shift in momentum tonight here.
I certainly would agree with you on that.
And right now, Big Mo.
I'll be honest, I thought he trapped the ball, but they called a touchdown.
Well, I'll put it this way. I don't know if there's going to be a replay on that, but right now, with the way this thing's going, we've seen at least 2 plays. To be honest about it, Mount Healthy could probably say, oh my gosh.
Looks good to me. It is good. Ladies and gentlemen, with 6 minutes to go in the ball game, we are now tied. 42 for Mount Healthy, 42 for Harrison. And we're right back where we started.
That's right. Well, Walt, we didn't have to play any of this game. We're going to see this replay, and let's take a look at this catch.
Yeah, this catch, I thought he trapped the ball,
well,
Jeff,
we're going to see.
Me and you.
Young's got lots of time. Finally starts to get a little bit of heat. Nope.
No, he didn't trap it.
Perfect.
Yeah, right in the gut.
No question. Bailey
Pass
Smith
was good. Pass was good. It was a good pass, good catch. Okay,
well,
here we go.
The adrenaline, the momentum, everything is back on the side of the Harrison Wildcats right now.
42-42. 6 minutes and 10 seconds to go in this ball game.
Not much to be said right now, Walt. This game leaves you speechless. No question about that.
I'm not very often speechless for words, but this is one of those high school games that, we come into it, and Mount Healthy's got to be favored. They're 8-0. Harrison took a 28-7-point lead. Mount Healthy scores 28 unanswered points.
Actually,
then Harrison gets 14 unanswered points.
Actually, Mount Healthy scored 35 unanswered. Now,
that's true.
Is that going to go out of bounds? It's going to go out of bounds.
Yep.
The idea was pinning back in the corner, but it just slid out of bounds to the 3-yard line, so that'll come out, give Mount Healthy pretty good field position to start things off.
Well, if he wanted to kick the ball, if it was, say it was 4th and 10, and he was going to kick it under 3.
Actually, they're going to make Harrison kick it again. So.
Yeah, that's the right call. That's the only call you can make. You can't take the ball on the 3-yard line.
Well, the kick went out of bounds. It would not have stayed there.
Yeah, I understand.
But Harrison gets a penalty but they could have taken the ball. This might be interesting at the end of the day. If Farfson gets his leg into it, it might become what they call the moot point again.
True. I'm not sure what they're telling him down there, but there's a long conversation taking place. Your guess is as good as mine, Jeff.
Well, Coach McCullough, an old kicker himself from way back.
Where did he play college ball? Somebody said Miami University?
Yeah.
And I think he was a kicker for Miami, if I'm not mistaken.
He was a punter, fine punter. He actually had a tryout in the NFL with his punting, but he didn't follow that too long and proceeded on into the coaching industry.
He went to Missouri, not Miami.
No, he went to Miami.
You sure of that?
He played at Miami, coached at Missouri.
Oh, he coached at
Missouri.
Missouri.
Here's another one out of bounds.
Holy Toledo, another flag.
Although I'm not sure, they don't seem too upset about the deal. They may be the idea, just keep them. Let's see what happens here.
Well, this is going to be a lot of fun. Moving back 5 more yards.
That's what's going to happen again.
Time has not went off the clock yet either. That's at 10 yards they moved it back.
Maybe this is where you kick one of them worm burners and hope somebody juggles it down the field.
Mount Healthy's hoping to get a good return on it, Jeff, so we'll see what
right now,
happens.
Mount Healthy's setting up a pretty good field position.
Yes, they are.
Unless they get a boomer or they mess it up.
Harrison's had some problems tonight on some of these plays.
Well, there you go, Farson.
Yeah, not bad. 15-yard line. He's going to come back
now
to
the
25
coverage is the question.
He's going to be at the 30, looking for a hole. He's got a hole on the sidelines. 35. Bounces off everybody. Now he's going to the other side. He's got some room to run it. He's going to take this to the house, Jeff. He's going to take it to the house. Touchdown, Mount Healthy.
Ain't this a game, Walt? Wasn't that a return? My goodness gracious. I'll tell you what, Justice Waller, you talk about a threat on the return. He's brought a couple back tonight.
Well, he sure did there, Jeff.
And let's see what the coverage was good. He just bounced like the old proverbial ping pong ball right there. Pinballed his way around. Now it looks like he's going to be stopped, and then he got around the corner. Everybody was already committed to the center.
He's got a blocker right in front of him.
Got a convoy.
Followed the convoy into the end zone. Well, that's a nice run back. Give Mount Healthy credit. It's beautiful. Well, we'll see what's going to happen. They're going to go for.
Oh no, they'll go for the extra point.
They should just go for the. That's what I'm saying. They bring Crawford out there, and I was just questioning whether he'll go for 2.
Well, probably delay a game.
Yeah.
They might have been thinking about it, but.
Why would you have a delay a game with 1 extra point unless they were thinking about going for 2?
They just didn't get it organized in time, Walt. Nothing more, nothing less. And you still got 6 minutes, so this is still anybody's ball game right there. But so the kick's down. Is that going to be good?
Plenty good.
Yeah.
No good.
It was short.
Wow. I'll tell you what, I thought it went through, Jeff. I'm sorry.
Well, that delay again.
But the ones in the stripes, they're the ones that count, not me or you. It's no good.
And they're standing right down there.
It's going to be Mount Healthy 48, the Wildcats 42. Well, we'll see what happens now. Is that going to make a difference in the game?
Well, the window of opportunity is open for the Wildcats with that miscue.
I seen that kicker on a couple of them extra points. He blew that thing out of the ballpark. You wouldn't think 5 yards would make the difference now, would you?
Yeah, that just didn't get enough. And
well, we've seen, you name it, it's happened in this ball game, I'll tell you. And the game isn't over yet.
Oh, no.
Still plenty more excitement.
We could see 4 or 5 more touchdowns the way this thing's been going.
Oh, my gosh, yeah. Or 4 or 5 more kicks. Now it's Mount Healthy's turn. What's going to be their plan? Are they going to kick it to Smith?
Well, I'm going to tell you, and I don't know if they'll kick it to Smith, but I will say
kick it to Crawford.
Gerald Smith has been very quiet for quite some time.
Little scribbler on the ground.
Okay.
Finally picks it up.
Mitchell Crawford.
He's got
if he can get around, he's got
up
some
the
room.
middle. He's going to come back to the 36, and that's where they're going to drop him. Boy, Crawford is taking a beating tonight. He got up. I was wondering. He had 4 ball players on him, Jeff. I'll tell you what, if they would have hit you like that, I'd say, hey, take him to the hospital.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you right now, Harrison's best move might just be I don't want to say conservative, but.
Well, with first and 10 on the 36-yard line, we're going to find out in a couple minutes here.
Take a lot of time off the clock.
Going to look over, see if it changes.
Put a good drive together, take a lot of time off the clock.
Same plan they've used the whole game. If you look out there, same offense. Shotgun, a handoff to
Ben Scott. Got a lot of room there. Big room, big room,
wow,
big room.
He busted through all the way into Mount Healthy territory. Down to the 47-yard line.
Oh, he got through that hole bigly. There's no doubt about that.
I don't know how he did that. Look at this run now.
He just
there, he ran through 3 tacklers.
Picked his way through, and there he went.
In fact, the number 4 wouldn't have tripped him up. He might still be running. It's going to be first and 10 for the Wildcats, 46-yard line. Trailing by 6 points, 5.5 minutes remaining in our ball game. They're looking for a man open.
And throws a pick. Throws a pick.
Yep, throws a pick. Back to the 50-yard line.
The interception was the 33. Kawan Etheridge picked that off from Mount Healthy.
Let's see that pass. Where was that pass intended for? 3 is the one who's been hurt the whole game too. Thought we'd get a replay on that just to see what did happen.
There probably will be momentarily.
There we go. We got her now. Let's see it.
I think he just threw into the coverage. I don't think there's really too much more you can say. Yeah, just threw. I had 2 guys down there, but threw right. The fellow was right underneath, and there it went.
Okay, here Mount Healthy. Big break for Mount Healthy. Will they capitalize? We'll find out. 5 minutes and 7 seconds remaining in our ball game. 50-yard line. First and 10 for the Mount Healthy Owls. High school football at its best.
Nothing happening there.
He had 4 Wildcats brought him down.
So Silcox was in there for Harrison.
Well, that's their best running back, too. That kid can run it. They say is almost got back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd and 11 from Mount Healthy.
Well, once again, Mount Healthy, they don't want to be too cute here. They just...
Well, what they want to do, they want to suck the clock up, and that's a good call. That's what they're doing. Little pass play over there. That's missed by 1, missed by 2.
They're going to be swung out of bounds, though. So.
Yep. Let's stop the clock for Harrison.
Yeah, that was actually a good break for Harrison.
Stupid by Mount Healthy. Good for 5 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6. Let's give it. It was again Banks for the Wildcats. Boy, on defense, that kid's everywhere. This Banks kid. His name just keeps popping up.
3rd and long.
3rd and long. 3rd and 6 for the Mount Healthy. They're looking for the call. Who they got as quarterback? That little running back. His name's Williams. That kid can run. So that's the one you want to clue in on. He's not going to throw the ball. He's going to run it. We'll see how close I am on this. Yep, he got it. He just took off with it. He's not going to get it, though.
Yep.
He's going to get close. He'll be 2 yards. But it's going to be 4th and 2. Are they going to kick it, or will they try it?
Might be. I think whatever they're going to do, they're going to run a lot of clock before they make their decision.
Yeah. 4th and 2 for the Owls. They're on the 42-yard line. Wildcat territory. Anything can happen. They're going to use Williams as the quarterback. He'll run the ball if he gets it. There ain't no question. He is right up the middle. He got it too.
Get the first down.
He busted right through. Everybody in the stadium knew what was going to happen. That's a 1st and 10. First and 10 on the 38-yard line. Now we were talking earlier about that timeout they used, Jeff. Here's where it's going to hurt them. Harrison's only got 2 timeouts. They're going to suck the clock up with 3 minutes remaining in the ball game.
Well, now you got to stop them on downs here. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Mount Healthy will let it click down. They're going to do the same thing running it. He's not going to go anywhere.
Nothing, and he stays in bounds.
Yep.
Harrison will take that timeout right now.
Well,
3 minutes even to go.
Well, instead of having 3 timeouts, remember me calling this game way earlier? He called a timeout the second half, and I said it could hurt him.
But I thought that was not healthy, Walt.
No, it was Harrison.
Okay, just check. Want to see if you're. Just want to see if you're alert here.
I'm alert. I'm alert. All I know is, boy, an exciting finish. It just don't get more exciting than this. 48-42. Lead change back and forth. 35, did you say 35 unanswered points? Harrison with 14 unanswered points. And here we are. Second and 11.
And I mean, that kick return, that was a thing of beauty. That wasn't one of those just everything the seas open.
You're right.
That kid made that happen, breaking some tackles, bouncing off, bouncing around, and there he was going.
You got it. That was exciting. Well, that's why they're undefeated, Jeff.
That's right.
Well, we'll see what they come up with here. I don't think they'll throw the ball, take a chance on getting it intercepted.
I wouldn't think
just 3 minutes ago.
They shouldn't be doing anything.
This is a well-coached ball team. They know what they're doing. Second and 11. Let's see what happens. It is a handoff, which is a shocker. And he's not going anywhere.
But Harrison's going to take another timeout here, I do believe.
2:51 to go. Another 2 yards lost on the play.
Austin Silcox brings him down. Nothing was going to happen as far as Mr. Silcox was concerned.
Well, that's their last timeout, Jeff. So Mount Healthy can suck the clock up after this play. Then, I don't know, but if I was a guessing person and I was coaching Mount Healthy, I'd kick that ball back. I'd make them go the whole length of the field.
I don't think there's any doubt of that. They'll utilize every second they can off the clock, and
yeah, if they don't get it this down.
And really, at this point, you can even draw down the clock and take a delay of game before you kick if you need to.
Yeah, on 4th down, I agree. Of course, you know, this is high school football. Anything can happen.
And this has been the story of this game tonight. Anything can happen.
This is what these kids play for, Mount Healthy and Harrison. Okay, here we go. 3rd down, 13 to go. Quarterback, Williams.
High snap.
They are going to throw it. That's a shocker.
They're looking for the house. Broken up. Well,
you know what's unbelievable about that?
Well, you know, that's a gift right there.
Yeah. Now you got 4.
Now you've stopped the clock.
On 4th down. They got no more timeouts. Boy, they went for all that. That's a shocker for me. They're using a kid that is not their best throwing quarterback either.
Once again, I don't think Harrison's going to they got burned on that before. I think they'll just let it. It's hard to say if they'll send everybody.
Well, if you remember before, it was a bad snap. The kid had his knee on the ground.
They got to be thinking about that. So
yeah.
That's a good snap.
That ain't going to happen.
Just a nice little poocher. They'll let it run down. That may go down to about the 2-yard line.
Wow. What a kick.
Well, one thing for certain with that ball placement.
98 yards from pay dirt.
If Harrison's going to come back and take this game, they're going to earn it.
Wow. Can you believe it? What a beautiful kick. Well, he made up for that one when he put his knee on the ground.
That's right. When they needed it, they executed.
They got no timeouts now. So it's almost a matter of throwing the ball. Take out of bounds. 2 minutes and 34 seconds in their favor. Everything's 4th down now. You got 4 down territory. It looks like it's kind of hopeless, but I tell you, I've seen it where it's been more hopeless than this.
Stranger things have happened.
Yep.
Young looking back. And there. That was Gerald Smith taking that reception.
Boy, he got once he caught it.
That was about just a skosh away. If Gerald Smith breaks that, look out. Not Healthy's Waller was right there to make the coverage.
They only got 2 guys on the line.
Now Frankie Young's going to run. He's going to get out of bounds. Did he fumble? Did that ball down?
Jeff, I couldn't see.
Young kept that ball, but he was living dangerously right there.
I thought he was too.
Yeah.
I thought he was too. I think the ball went out of bounds on the 22-yard line. Here's a replay. You can see what happened because we all missed it.
Okay, Mitchell Crawford's got some room to go. He's still moving. He's still kicking. Get out of bounds, Mitchell Crawford, if you want to take the
47-yard line.
And you got a Mount Healthy players down over there on the field right now, which actually works to Harrison's benefit because the Mount Healthy players down going to provide some stoppage of clock here.
Well, just about 15 seconds ago, they were on the, here's a replay of that right there. What a nice run back by Crawford. Look at this.
Nice run
Here's
by Crawford.
a kid I didn't think would play the second half.
And once again, I mean, it's a break for Harrison with that injury there. No question about that. So
well,
they get a free timeout.
We just hope this kid's
over.
okay back here. I didn't see what happened to him, to tell you the truth. I didn't see anybody getting hurt. They made it into Owl territory. It's going to be placed on the 48-yard line.
Well, 2:05 to go. Still a lot of real estate to cover.
Well, they got 98 yards to cover. And you know something? They've covered half of it.
That was Brian Cook, who's down on the field. I mean, he had a big game tonight, that kid.
Yes, he has. He's sitting up, and that's always a good sign. Yeah. Looking good. Looking good.
Well, that for Harrison, fortunately, that gave him some time to get some things.
You look at that 2 ways. They had a good momentum going. It could be a momentum
killer. Well, that's
killer.
true.
So you can look at it either way you want to.
But with no timeouts, gives them time to maybe set up a thing or two.
No, we got the officials talking here. I'm not sure what that's all about.
Might be a clock issue again.
Yeah. Well, we hate the airtime here. We're all kind of shocked trying to figure it out.
Right.
I'm not just sure if it was a clock issue or what. Same offense, nothing's changed. Got a man wide open.
Crawford wide open over there. He's got some room to navigate.
And he fell down.
He got tripped up by the Mount Healthy player over there.
Did he get tripped up?
Yeah.
Can we see that on replay?
Oh, we'll see it on replay.
I think he just tripped, Jeff.
Let's see what happened there.
Crawford's open. Now he's coming on.
21, just got him.
Yeah, you're right. I thought he just tripped. Okay, with a minute and 48 seconds remaining in the ball game. All the way down to the 25-yard line.
Oh, that was almost close if it hit.
Yeah. Well, they should have snapped the ball.
And now Gerald Smith.
Now he's got a little bit of room to work it. Down to the 12-yard line.
Going to be about a minute 30 left here.
Thing gets more exciting and more exciting.
Gerald Smith had been very quiet in the second half.
Minute and 21 seconds remaining on the clock. They're on the 1st and 10 on the 12-yard line. Pardon me, 2nd and 3 on the 12-yard line.
Right now, Mount Healthy defense is on their heels. Touchdown, Harrison.
Touchdown Wildcats, which just
Mitchell Crawford.
It just tied the ball game up.
Frankie Young finds Mitchell Crawford in that end zone. Walt, this has been one bodacious high school football
game. This game isn't over yet. There's still a minute and 3 to go, Jeff. Now we're going to find out if that missed extra point's going to count anything. And then, are they going to run this thing back for a touchdown with a minute to go?
The pressure's on Kyle Farfsing right now. Farfsing wins a game at Anderson for Harrison. Kicks down, up.
It is good. It's going to be the Wildcats 49, Mount Healthy 48. Got a minute and 3 seconds remaining in the ball game. Now, what do you do, Jeff, when you kick the ball?
Right now, you tell your special teams kick coverage unit, if you're Harrison special teams coaches, tackle.
That don't answer my question.
That's what you got to do against this ball club.
You kick an offside kick? Do you kick it deep in the end zone?
You're not going to give them field position.
Do you kick a squibbler? How do you kick it?
You may do a worm burner. I will say that. You may try to do a worm burner of some sort, but you cannot give yardage after the kick. Just no two ways around it.
This is what's gotten Harrison in trouble all night, these returns.
Right. That's right.
Minute and 3 seconds on the clock.
The return is what got Mount Healthy back into this game. And right now,
here's the other thing I'm going to tell you. Mount Healthy gets close enough, a field goal wins it for Mount Healthy.
But I'm not sure Mount Healthy, depends on what the distance is of the kicker. You know, when they pushed him back 5 yards on the extra point attempt.
That is true.
That ended that. So
that's right now, true. Now we'll see what happens. I'm just saying the kick here is going to be important.
It's all about field position right now. Field position and defense.
Boy, both sides here are very tense. The Wildcat side's kind of quiet right now, even though they took the lead with a minute and 3 seconds to go.
Well, I'll tell you what, over here on the Wildcat side, there's no doubt the fans have got their stomachs are up in their throats right now. This has been a great high school football game, and we got 1 minute and 3 seconds.
Mount Healthy saying, what is happening here? We scored 35 unanswered points. How can we be losing?
Okay.
That's what I was said.
He's called a fair catch, so there's no return. Now it's on the Harrison defense.
Well, that was a key to me, is what were they going to do on a kick? And it was a short kick, Jeff.
Short kick, but the Mount Healthy player took the fair catch, so at least they eliminated the return, 35-yard line. You eliminate that return
They could have kicked it in the end zone and then took a chance on somebody running it all the way back. It's on the 35-yard line now. We got 1st and 10 for the Mount Healthy Owls. They trail by 1 point, minute and 3 seconds to go.
Michael Crawford's going to be taking the snap now. No messing around with switching quarterbacks. You're going to have all your weapons out and available to you.
Well, they still got Williams in there. This kid's a good runner, so you got to receive him as a receiver. They're going deep.
Looking for the house right now. And incomplete. Fell incomplete.
I thought there might be a flag on that one. I thought there might be a flag on that, Jeff. We get a replay. Let's get a replay on this and just see what happened now.
I think that was just Cooper McElroy back there covering for Harrison.
Whoops, we're going to miss that on there. We're going to miss it.
That ball was just thrown up there. And
yep, it was.
Both players going for the ball. So it becomes 2nd down, Walt.
2nd and 10 for Mount Healthy. They're on the 35-yard line. First try was going to be a pass, and they had the right guy throwing. This Crawford can throw the ball, and he can pinpoint it. Not the greatest runner, but he can pinpoint it. Now he's looking for somebody else.
He's throwing it up in the air. Up in the air. Center field.
Intercepted by the Wildcats. This could be a big play.
I think that was a big play, Walt.
This could be a big play for the Wildcats. Who intercepted that?
Obviously, it looks like it was Cooper McElroy for Harrison. Once again, though, the Mount Healthy pass, it was just kind of slung up in there Hail Mary style, and there was nobody there. And
51 seconds remain.
That's right.
Now
you just saw the replay here, and it was just slung up there. Actually, the Cooper McElroy was closer to the pass than the receiver, frankly. So,
still a nice catch by McElroy.
Well, now you got 51 seconds to go, Walt. Let's see.
But they have all 3 of their timeouts.
I thought they took it. Did they have all 3 of their timeouts?
They might have only 2, Jeff. I can't remember. I can't remember, Jeff. We're going to find out.
I thought they had to take one earlier in the half.
I still think.
Right now, Harrison's
I don't know what's happening here.
Harrison's in the what you call genuflect position right now. So you're just going to kneel, and let's see.
I don't see why they don't.
Mount Healthy's will take a timeout here.
Well, they've calculated this. If they've only got 2 timeouts.
Yeah, that is their final timeout right now. So,
wow.
So this ball game, barring a miraculous fumble by Harrison.
Well, it goes one way, then it goes the other way. Harrison just with the last play of touchdown.
This is the second game Harrison has won now by 1 point in the 40s, 49-48. If they win this game, this thing ain't over yet. But earlier in the year, the win that really turned the Harrison season around for them was the Anderson game, where they won 48-47 on a farcing field goal as time was dying. And right now,
the one thing I do want to tell you, that last play, you realize they went 98 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
98 yards
98
for a
yard
touchdown,
drive.
and they only had 2.5 minutes to do it in.
98-yard drive, if you're a Cleveland Brown fan, you're familiar with 98-yard drives from years ago against John Elway and the Broncos. Well, guess what? It just happened here in Harrison, perhaps.
Yes, it sure did.
And we're down to 19 seconds. genuflect, ball, game, set, and match.
It's over. Well, we're not going to call this yet.
Senior night at Harrison. Walter, the fat lady, has warmed up her tonsils.
Well,
4 seconds to go. Yodelay-hoo, it's over.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Harrison Wildcats have upset the Mount Healthy Owls. Mount Healthy has lost their first game in the season.
And I'll tell you,
and this puts Harrison with a shot at going to state this year.
Yeah.
They still have one more game to go.
Well, actually,
but they have upset the Owls of Mount Healthy.
Well, right now, if Mount Healthy Owls, Walt Harrison now is looking, they got to go to Northwest next week. They could be playing for a share of the league title next week, let alone playoffs. It was a great high school football game, great effort. Mount Healthy's a great ball club, Walt. You get down by 3 touchdowns, you could chuck it in and say the heck with it. They come back, roared back, took the lead. Harrison looked like they were on their heels. It kind of reminds me, a great person in Cincinnati sports passed away this week, the great Aaron the Hawk Pryor. And I'll tell you what, it reminded me of the Pryor-Arguello fights, and it just knocked down, drag out, back and forth. Somebody had to win, somebody had to lose, and the one swinging at the end was Harrison, and they pulled out this win by a 49-48 margin.
The key to this, we could talk about the whole game because it went back and forth, but 98 yards with 2.5 minutes approximately to go. Okay, we're about ready to wrap things up here. Jeff, can you give us your final analysis of this game? Or the turning point, or what do you think happened?
I'll tell you what, between Mount Healthy's returns, Harrison's offense, they thought momentum was completely against them. Guess what? They got momentum back. They won this ball game. Just a great ball game. Frankie Young ends up with 288 yards passing for Harrison. Michael Crawford, 108 yards passing. Darrell Williams, who really saved Mount Healthy's neck there when Crawford got hurt for Mount Healthy. Great thing. Kick returns, just a swallow for Mount Healthy. 199 yards on kick returns tonight. Took a couple back to the house. But just a great high school football game. You can't say anything more about it. Harrison lives to see another day. Mount Healthy, they're not out of the picture by any means yet. They go up to Edgewood next week. Tough opposition, but they're going to be loaded for bear when they go up to Cumberland Field up to Trenton. So
the statistics, I find that my final comments, and this has been one of the more exciting games I've ever watched in high school football. The last play of the game for the Wildcats really showed character. They carried that ball 98 yards. Ladies and gentlemen, a big upset here for the Wildcats. Mount Healthy goes to state. Harrison's got a shot at it now. This is Wolchunk, Jeff Biddle saying to everyone,
good night.